Happy New Year.
Mm, After getting woken up at 12 o'clock at night,
God, or you did?
I fell asleep because I forgot. I just fell asleep, and the next minute I know it's all it was bang, bang, bang. I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm getting bombed. Oh god, I'm dead.
Oh yeah,
I
I know.
looked, winked, and then I thought, what the hell? Why's my roof flashing? I thought, oh god, here we go. See you, everybody. But I realised, oh god, it's fireworks.
Yeah, actually, just outside my house, they were partying and they were blaring loud music around 12, and then I couldn't sleep. I was trying to sleep around 11, and I couldn't sleep for 1 hour, and then they suddenly started, bursting bomb and all the sounds, and I was like, what? Like I almost had a heart attack last night. Hey, Astra, welcome, Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy
Oh,
New Year.
yeah.
Happy New Year.
Hi, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes.
you now. I was just
Okay.
fixing. Yep. And to all of you, Happy New Year and a belated Merry Christmas. I would have said Happy Holidays, but they're over after today.
Oh, thank God for that.
Oh, yeah, that is very true. It's been a very good end of the year. There's all the nice holidays and everything, and yeah, and I wanted to say Happy New Year's to both of you, and hoping everything is good.
Yeah, well, I'm better after having COVID, so, you know.
Oh, that sounds tough. I'm glad it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Take care. I like one of my other friend who lives in England also, like he was saying like his family had it. So yeah, it's spreading quite a lot these days. So be careful out there. Both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely still a problem out there. I thought it was probably not going to be as much of an issue later on in 2021, but it looks like it's still continuing on. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
because the year is two. You get that?
Yeah, it is.
look at a year joke.
Yeah.
I think
That's nice.
I did that once when I was in college years ago. It was just New Year, and then I put like 1st of January, and I thought the year before, and I thought, what have I done that for? And then because it was just after New Year's, and we're in college, and it was like, oh my god, you pillock, what are you doing? It was like 25th, no, 2617, going into 2017, sorry, and I put like 4th of January 2016, even though it wasn't, it was 2017. I thought, oh god, I hate New Year.
Yeah,
It's
that
annoying.
happened. That happened to me at school a lot. Like I would not get over the last year until February at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that too. It takes some time to finally realize you have to write down the right year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, but
exactly.
yeah.
Oh, it was like so today is like the first of January 2022. It's a new year, so I'm glad you guys were able to join today and you came here. So we're gonna have fun, and I know Astra, you have a list of the guess the choices character, the imposter game list, and Mac, you said like you have some
I had one.
bombshell, there.
I've got a good one. It'll
Okay,
probably
yeah,
make a lot of, it'll make, sorry, if you want to elaborate on that. It will make a lot of people annoyed. Let's just say this.
okay, all
And I
right.
don't just mean us. So,
That's interesting, and I have some list, so that's gonna be interesting. And by the way, so this guy who did the imposter game last time, Eric Marine on YouTube, he also said Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas to both of you, Astra and Mac.
Oh, well, happy holidays and happy new year to Eric also. I believe he watched a video of mine very recently. Yeah, I really appreciated his comment. I thought that was very nice. I love seeing people like coming to my videos and like interacting with me. It's actually it's a really fun experience.
yeah.
100%. I can definitely
Yeah.
understand that. Yeah. So he also had, some guess the character. So that would be interesting to share with you all, and we can try to guess that together. And I have some my own also. That would be fun.
Oh, that all sounds very fun to me. My list, I'm looking through it right now. I think I have maybe like 15 or so of them. So, um, you can start off with whichever you want, but did you want to go through Eric's list first or your list?
Yeah, I'd rather do that, to be fair.
Yeah, I would do that. Actually, I was just kind of you know like dragging on to the conversation because I was waiting for Brandon to join. He said like his laptop was lagging a little bit, but yeah, we can start with Eric's list, and then
Yep.
because since Brandon is a fairly new player, so he hasn't read the books. So Eric, I think, has been a part of the choices for a long time. So I can get over the Eric's ones, and then when Brandon can join, then
Yeah,
you
we'll
guys
do
can
that.
go ahead with your. Does that sound cool?
Yeah, that sounds okay.
Oh, actually, I wanted to make sure. Were you saying that Brandon's going to be joining this session today later, or you mean like just for next time?
No, like today,
Oh,
like
so he is joining
tonight.
today. Okay, okay, good to know. That's cool.
Yep. I mean, I have given him the link, but he need to boost. He needs to boost his laptop or PC. So I really don't have
Yeah.
a good knowledge in that department. But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I use my phone actually.
same.
For me, it's easier to do that. I guess just because of like the way that my internet's set up, so I like to use my phone for the episodes. It's been
Yeah.
pretty convenient so far.
Yeah. And it costs a lot of internet for if you're doing it on a laptop or computer. So yeah, I think phone is convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It depends on the setup and the person, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That is lifeline, laptop and PC.
Yeah.
All right, so
Oh,
let's get started with these seven imposter games of Eric that we started last week. Okay, so first one, y'all ready?
yes.
Yep.
I'm ready.
This character was once a bully, but she started out as a grouchy person, didn't care about hurting anyone's feeling, and she eventually saves people from an attack at their dance. Hint, the character becomes a love interest in the fan made book.
Is
Oh
it? I
no.
think I've got an idea. I got an idea.
Okay, go on.
Is it the person from It Lives who gets her eye taken out? I can't remember her name. Something to do with
Yep.
Jocelyn?
It's I'm pretty sure it's Jocelyn, right?
Yeah.
Jocelyn Wu or something, yeah.
I can't remember. I think, yeah, it's got to be her. If it's not, then
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess you're right. Because it says this person becomes a love interest in the recent fan made book. So that's
Yep.
that.
Yep.
You guessed it right. Alright,
Yeah.
next one. Who am I? This
An
character
A-band.
has gone. That's a good one. Okay, this character has gone through a lot of heavy stuff. She's through. She's thought she was going to be a goner, but gets access to these weird powers. Hint: this character is a love interest. Okay, I can repeat that if you
Uh,
want.
yes.
Okay, this character has gone through a lot of heavy stuff. She no, she thought she was going to be a goner, but gets access to these weird powers. Hint: this character is a love interest. Who am I?
Okay. Is this a character from Nightbound?
I was thinking Vera. You can name it.
Yeah, me too.
I don't actually think so because this says, the love interest thought she was a
Oh,
goner.
oh. This might be wrong, but from my perspective, is it Lily from Bloodbound?
Oh, that's a
No,
good one.
No, damn it.
no.
Um,
Yeah, you're thinking
Oh,
along the right lines. By the way, both of you are thinking along the right lines. You mentioned Vera, and then you said you're thinking along the same lines too, Mac, and then you said,
yeah,
I think you're along the same lines. I mean, the boundary is pretty thin here. Okay, so just keywords, I would say it's a love interest, and
yeah.
this person thought she was going to die. Okay, and she's been through a lot also. Okay, two things there, and then she gets access to powers. So I guess why you said Lily, that makes sense, but just she's been through a lot also.
so would this be Eva or from? No, that wouldn't really make sense. I'm just thinking of love interests that do have powers,
Yeah, and it's a
and
Yeah.
she.
so far, I think so far the ones that I do know of are Vera, Eva, and then Lily.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
Camila, she doesn't have new powers though, but
Okay.
hmm.
Just to make you guys think along the right lines, don't think like the power something that is inherited or like a supernatural power, but just think. Okay, so just think this way, that this character has gone through a lot of heavy stuff. She thought she was
Estella.
going. Estella, I
Um,
mean, it's not right, but you're onto something.
oh, mm,
Oh, is it Quinn?
Yeah,
no! Oh no,
definitely.
I almost got that correct. Every bloody goddamn time. It's me almost getting it correct, Vince. You pillock, Macaulay.
You
Oh,
you went really, you really,
no.
you went along the right directions, but yeah, it is Queen.
I figured now. That makes a lot of sense. You're right because Quinn had that strange power at like near the end of the story. I just
Oh,
remember that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quinn's a wonderful character. I am actually going to be replaying Endless Summer probably today just for fun.
Oh, yeah, it's a great book. I read it last year, completed it, and it was super interesting. I mean, just the amount. I don't think in any other choices book except the high school franchise that they did put so much effort in side characters. I mean, if you just read the story, you can think like, I didn't know Alistair was a British, but just reading through, it was kind of obvious that they did put a lot of effort, and also like all the different people, how they speak. So they did work on their individuality, and it was just an awesome book.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point too because you know how there was a point system with each character? It's
Yeah,
also like how it is in America's
America.
Most
Yeah,
Eligible. So in those types of stories, they have the incentive to make the side characters significant in some way. So you're right. I noticed that's different in those books.
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, one of the best books, Endless Summer. I mean, if Blades of Light and Shadow doesn't get a sequel, then Endless Summer is
Oh,
gonna be at the top.
yeah. If
Oh, so you're
it's
thinking? I personally think that the Crown and the Flame is one of the best books ever, but Blades of Light and Shadow is still definitely like in the same level.
yeah,
It's still really good too.
Yeah, The Crown and the
yeah.
Flame is like one of the oldest books and choices, and also like,
Mm.
yeah, it's like, you know, like you can think of it as the, sort of, it's set up the stage for Blades of Light and Shadow because it's the first epic sort of RPG type, a book and
What?
choices. So yeah,
Right. Yeah. Where romance is not just the main thing. You actually have a good plot.
exactly,
Yeah.
and
And
also
the funny thing is, it seems like they kind of like they baited us into paying for romance scenes, but there wasn't really any romance. Or sometimes it was like the fade to black scenes. I don't know if you remember that, but I just thought it was funny because it costs the same amount of diamonds for that option, but they don't actually show anything. But I mean, regardless, the story at least is the best part of it.
Exactly. And also most wanted and the crown and the flame are only books and choices where you don't have a set of main character, and actually it's just like a reading a book. You have two protagonists or whatever number of protagonists you have, and you're just reading through them. That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense too. I think of it as like as that as well, and they both of those books have a very different feel to them too, compared to any of the new books.
100%. And also like some of the best choices characters like Dom, Kenna, and some others. We have all of them in that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenna is probably one of my favorite main characters ever, like in the whole Choices app. She's just I think of her as like a Choices icon. So I have a lot of respect for her.
Yeah, she also like yeah, just you mentioned Choices icon. I mean, literally, she I think was Choices icon once. Like the Choices logo.
Yeah,
Yes, I believe
of course.
so.
Yeah. They have like it was I think it was Dave from Most Wanted, and then Kenna was in the icon, and then there was also someone from a high school. Well,
Chris,
no, I think it
no,
was
Chris.
oh okay, Chris. It's Chris from the freshman.
Yeah,
Yes, I
freshman Chris.
believe.
Okay, good to know.
Yep. So you haven't read the freshman.
No, I have actually. I read the freshman
Side.
holiday book, the vampire book, which I really liked. So the only like love interest in that series that I know of is Caitlin, but I
Caitlin.
don't really
Yeah.
know the other ones.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I hear it's a very popular series. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah.
What I will warn you, I think an Earban will tell you this though. In the first book, if you're going to read it, be warned. Chris, like, without spoiling anything, it, he is regarded as one of the most forced love interests you will ever see in Choices. I will warn you. Like,
I've heard about that. Yeah,
n-
that's not good.
no, and
I
I know sometimes I like to have a joke and a laugh, but I genuinely promise you right now, he is one up to the. No, actually, no, I'm not going to spoil anything, but that's all I'll say. The most forced love interest in Choices, down to a T, except for probably Ethan.
Oh yeah, there have been a lot of Choices fans who also warned me about that because from what I heard is if you don't even have to have any romance points with Chris, but then he'll still go after you. That's the one
Ye-
thing about Choices that I really wish that they would work on because some love interests do that, and it's like for example, Gabe from Laws of
Oh my
Attraction.
god.
Although I do respect him as a character, he has that issue too, but not as much as Chris does, obviously. From what I'm hearing, though, because I haven't like played through that book
Yeah.
yet, but I've heard that he's very forced love interest too, which is
Yes.
unfortunate. But if I do end up
Oh
going
yeah.
through the,
Yeah.
I'll
But I
probably.
was.
I feel like that Caitlin's a really good character at least, but
Um. Yeah, about that. That's all I'll say. None of them are perfect. Oh, no. What? Right. Book one is Chris Force, but I will a bit of good news. I'm not spoiling any of the story here for you. From book three, book one, sorry, after book one, it dies down a lot. Book three, which I can't remember which book it was. Yeah, book three. I thought it was just something else, but no, book three's all right. But there's one book. If you do read that series, please don't read the senior. Jesus Christ! Oh my god! But yeah, that's all I've got to say. Chris is really forced.
Interesting.
yeah, yeah, I know.
I,
I That was something I was kind of preparing for too because I've heard about it. I I've talked with other Choices fans online about forced love interest. I know that Chris was definitely brought up. So, and the thing is, like, I don't know that character very well because I didn't like read the book completely. But yeah, I heard he's one of the worst, other than
Yes.
Ethan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Freshman, I have not completed any book yet, but what I would say, Freshman has a really good thing that I think some other, famous franchises like America's Most Legible or High School Stories should have. Like they have lots of short books, like the one you said about the vampire. They will have one
Yeah.
for Christmas, and they have like one chapter book for each love interest. One for Chris, one for Caitlin, and one for the other guy, James, I think. So I think these kind of books they should do with some popular franchises because I think that I just read those and I was kind of interested in that because maybe I don't need to spend diamonds, not diamond but keys for some books because it's just one chapter, and some books that you don't even need to spend any diamonds. So those side books, I think those really captivated me about sh- freshman. I was gonna say shipwreck. Sorry, freshman. So yeah, I mean they should recreate these kind of patterns in
Yeah.
some other franchises and choices.
Yeah.
I would
We.
love to see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even like with the daily book release, that was something that I enjoyed. And
Yeah.
there are some other apps um, that usually focus on just so like for example, Love Struck has like a bunch of love interests, but you get to read each route, so it focuses on that one interest. And it sounds like Pixelberry did that a little bit with those short books. I would love to see that too because it's not going to be a very long story, but at least you still get to spend time with the character you really care about. So I would love to see that too. I think that'd be really fun. But I don't know if they would do it because, with everything that's going on in the world, some companies are having financial issues, so maybe they won't be as likely to make those holiday books. But I do
Well,
hope
choices are
that
not.
it can happen.
Yeah, choices are not in a bloody financial trouble with the prices they bloody charge for things. But yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, speaking of Love Struck, I think you mentioned Astra. I saw one of your posts, and I think the app is going. Officially it's closing in March or in January, I think. So I have a question for it. Like, I think even if it's deleted from App Store, if you have already downloaded the app, will you not be able to play the old books that were already released? Like, how's that possible?
So what I think is going on based on from the statement that I read, they're actually removing the app from the App Store in January. But then if you keep it on your phone the whole time and you don't like for example, you have to keep it past January to be able to play the stories. But then the actual app itself will stop. It's supposed to stop working at the end of March. So it means that the fans that keep the app on their phones for a while until like March will be able to play the stories, but there's not going to be any new releases after the beginning of January. So basically, like in 1 week, there's going to be no new releases for that app. But
Wow.
we would still be able to play the stories, so at least there's that. I mean, because it's so sudden, like no one really knew that this app was having that many issues. I wish that there was like a fundraiser that can be done to save it because it's one of those only apps that actually cared about, other communities who wanted to romance like the female love interest. It seems like it was really the only app that actually valued it just as much as the other stories. So it's a little sad to see that it's going to go. But who knows? I mean, maybe they already made the decision as like a permanent. So even if someone, if there is a fan out there that started a GoFundMe But who knows? I don't know if that's gonna change anything, but I do wish that it could. Hopefully.
Yeah,
That is really interesting. Like it just tells you like how important the app has been. Like if someone's starting a GoFundMe or stuff.
mm,
Well, I would say that's really, what you said about the diversity or representations of communities. I mean, I have not seen. I mean, the way they do single love interest. Not single love interest. Like what we were talking about for freshmen. Those, like one particular book or some few chapters with just one love interest from a book. So that they did over there. I know, like I read one route, the vampire one, I guess, or Wolf, the Mackenzie, I think, and they have a really good quality over there, and it doesn't feel much forced love interest. So you can choose your own story, you can choose your own romance. So I think it's a pretty good world over there, and their artwork was really awesome, and the plot overall. So yeah, it's a bit sad, like they're closing.
Yeah,
mm,
I know it's such like it's a very very good quality app. It feels like there's so much effort that's being put into every single route because not only is the artwork beautiful, but the story is very very detailed. It's very complex too. Like the Starship Promise world, it's like the sci-fi series that has several different routes. And that one, it's like a sci-fi story that actually is sci-fi. Unlike some other, apps that have sci-fi stories, it was actually what I expected it to be. So it was really fun, and it's sad to see that it's going to go because I think of it as a really really high quality app. But there was also another really sad thing where there was this app called Storyscape that was also very very quality, like very high quality, and that also got shut down but it got shut down in 2020. So
There's
yeah,
a
I mean
company.
it sounds like some of these gaming companies and especially the smaller ones are at risk right now. But I hope Pixelberry is able to stay afloat, especially because they do have the VIP subscription. So I'm assuming that's what is gonna help them.
yeah,
Yeah, hopefully that. And yeah, they have a pretty big team all across social media, and they do reach out a lot. So yeah, it's safe to assume, like, they have pretty much the funding and all the stuff, because I don't think like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I am not in a lot of other apps, but I did play Dream Zone and some other. But I have never seen insiders or blogs or anything, that much interaction by any other app. So I'll give that like choices, and it's not something they do recently after being popular. But you go back 2018, 2017, they do have around 2016, I don't think so, but 2017, 2018, they have like blog posts of all the releasing books and stuff. So I think that's just the extra effort they always did. But yeah, I mean, I do hope that choices don't get closed out, because just even if they don't release something new for a few months, just going back to the old stores like High School Story or Class Act, it's just a different experience. So yeah.
Yeah, I also really appreciate that too because in the Choices Insiders newsletter, and when they send it through email, they even have a poll each time. So I really do like that too. That's actually something I look forward to because I'm wondering if they use those answers to focus on something next. Like for example, I remember there was a poll question on one of the insiders letters that were asking you what kind of books are you interested in, or I don't know what it was exactly, but I know it had like mythical creatures, like it said werewolf. It may have said zombie, I'm not really sure exactly, but it was along those lines. So I do like to see the questions that they ask us, and you're right, to me it shows effort and that they're trying to engage with the community. And that's also something that's different about choices. I don't notice it with the other apps, especially if it's like a smaller one. They don't seem to send out that type of information. So the blog posts I think are also very cool. They release it before the book, but then it's like they have these interviews right before
Yeah.
the book is released, and I sometimes I believe that they're in video form. I watched the one for Queen Bee too. I don't know if you saw that one too, but the
I,
Queen Bee writer lead and the whole team was there too. That one was fun. It was actually pretty fun video. So I like
Yeah.
seeing stuff like
hmm. I specifically liked the Blades one with Andrew and the whole team because the way they were saying stuff, I was thinking like, hey, I gotta go back and read it again.
Yeah.
And also, they like cleared a lot of stuff, like Thrip. Actually, they thought Thrip to be a British cat with Danny DeVito's voice and some other stuff. So it was pretty fun, getting the insight.
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna have to check that one out later because I did not know about that one.
Yeah, you know, so it was interesting. All right, so moving on to the next one. Okay, this character is a sweetheart and a kind soul, but darkness tries to eat away at her and is a ruler of the light kingdom. Who am I?
um, Wait, is this a character from The Crown and the Flame, Azura, or
I was already laughing. I was already laughing because, but I hope like I was worried that I had given, without knowing, without even knowing what was the next question, I had given the answer away. But it seems like it's okay. You were thinking along the same lines. Let me read it again. Okay, this character is a sweetheart and a kind soul, but darkness tries to eat away at her and is a ruler of the light kingdom. Who am I?
The
Ruler of the
light.
light kingdom. Yeah, ruler of the light kingdom. Astra, you're on the along the right lines, just a little bit. You said the crown and the flame, right?
yeah?
You're on the right track.
So I know that the other leader, Annalise, and I mean Kenna, I think is also. I mean, she's not really. Maybe she doesn't fit the description. I'm thinking it could be even. You
Wait,
know, Azura's daughter.
Mm,
I
this
don't
is
even
kind
remember her name.
yeah, same.
wait.
Yeah.
This
Next.
might sound out there, but is it just somebody from the Elementalists?
Hmm. Actually, I would say some qualities do match. I know who you're talking about, but it's not. But you're along the same lines. Okay, I'm gonna point out some keywords. Okay, so I don't know about Mac, but Astra. I think after pointing out these keywords, you have to get it because I'm not gonna say anything else. Otherwise, I'll be giving it away. But there we go. This character is a sweetheart and a kind soul, but darkness tries to eat away at her and is a ruler of the light kingdom. Who am I? Now, ruler of the light kingdom, I mean, just don't take it like literally the ruler of the light kingdom, but it's take it metaphorically. I mean, yeah,
You
light is
mean?
dim, not like the ruler.
Okay, so this is so not to be taken literally. Is so you mean it's just like a character that by darkness eating away at this character? Are you referring to like supernatural things or just like in general, like in life?
No, supernatural thing, but the ruler of the light kingdom. So don't take it as a like a real ruler or king. Okay, so just it can mean like I'm not gonna explain this, but if you play really good, let's say football, then I can say you're ruler of football. So think of it that way. Like this guy has, or
Hmm.
that person, they have a really good control over football.
It kind of sounds like Nia.
Is it your final answer?
Well,
I,
because
I was thinking
isn't
Final.
Aaron.
the priestess of light? So I'm thinking it's her.
Okay. What about you, Mac? I kind of am liking to build the suspense.
I was thinking Aaron, but you said she, so I can't.
You didn't say she, but yeah.
I
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Wow. You're you're right, Astra. It is Nia, and that's why I mean we were talking about Nia and sweetheart, all those things like those kind of love interests. So that's why I said like you gotta get. You're right. It's
Wow,
Nia.
I'm so surprised I got that right. I remember we were talking earlier, like I think it was like yesterday, about
Yeah.
like the sweet type of love interest, like Emma, Shannon, and Nia, for example. That I'm surprised though, because like the description for this question is very very good, but it can fit a lot of people. So that's why I was just wondering, but
Well, the
it
reason I
makes
can
more
do it is because not much to go. But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good one. Nia. Nia.
yeah.
What was his surname? Hilarious or something?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nia Larry.
Now Hilarious. Lots of interesting stuff for you. And does any of you know the last name of um I even forgot her first. Oh,
And Shura,
yeah, Imtira. Imtira. Do you know her last name? Or orcs don't have one? I guess
I
that's
think they do. I think it's Tan Kalin or something like that, or
yeah.
Imerta
something.
Talcaline.
Could be.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Imerta
I don't know how to.
Talcaline.
I think you are onto something, Matt. I think something like that.
It is. It says here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're
Choices,
right.
storage, Uplay fandom. Imtura Talcaline.
Kirkland. Yes. Yeah, because remember when we got those tablet lores somewhere they're talking about orc culture and they said Imtira's mother's name and they used the surname, the one that you just mentioned. So yeah, that's right. Yes.
Oh, I remember that now too. Every time, like when we talk about the books that I read last year, some of those memories just pop up.
Yeah. No. You can't say last year now. It's 1st January 2022. The year before last year.
Oh my god, it's begun, and now I'm gonna be like in the 2021 mode until like maybe a few weeks
February.
later or until February.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So the next one. This character is a vindictive. No. Sorry. Was it written? Okay. This character is a vindictive mastermind when it comes to working with him, but he knows how to trick you or her for that reason. I don't have a clue what it is.
Gaius?
I think I know.
Hmm. This character is vindictive mastermind when it comes to working with him, but he knows how to trick you or her for that reason. Interesting. Yeah, go on, Asher.
I think it's a character from The Elementalist. I don't remember
That's
his name, but he has like a very funny outfit with like a hat, a top hat.
Kane.
Um, a
Yeah. I was thinking, yep.
cane. Yeah, I remember now. Is this Kane?
That's an interesting question. So you said Ken, and he said Max said Gaius. So let me just take a look. This character. Okay, let's just match the description. This character is a vindictive mastermind. All right, so that fits with Kane more, I guess. Mastermind when it comes to working with him, but he knows how to trick you or her for that matter, for that reason. I think it's Kim along those lines because I can't think of any other character that fits that you know
At
quota.
first, it was Gaius. I mean, I'm not tooting the own horn here, but didn't we? I'm not spoiling anything, but with Gaius, let's just say he wasn't a bad character in my opinion after all, because he does actually help us in the last book. So
That's
if
interesting
you've actually read the book, then you'd know in the
that I
I
haven't.
think Asher's read it in book 3. He actually, you know,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He changed. I personally think he's still a bad character, but he still changed at least, and he was still able to do something to give back. Um, so I guess you could see it as the answer, just because they. Well, I don't want to really spoil anything either, actually,
yeah.
but I'm thinking that it's Kane because at one point, like the main character does associate with Kane and kind of has to work with them a little bit, but I'm not sure exactly. Like it could, it sounds like maybe it could be both of those characters.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would say, but just these two qualities, the vindictive, that matches both of them. But mastermind. Now I'm not. I can't be the judge of gays because I have not read it, except some few scenes. But I think Kane is more of a mastermind than Gaius. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, the only
Yes,
sounds
I
like you don't like my opinion. Jesus Christ. Just
Huh?
ignore everything I've said then. Okay, then I think it's Kane. Let's just carry on then.
No. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
go on. Just go on. No, it doesn't matter. It's not Gaius at all. Even though we haven't got an answer.
yeah.
But go on. Okay.
So
No, I know I'm being honest. I'm speaking from my heart. If there isn't an answer, how do we
I'm
know?
just matching the what it says, the characteristics, like that this guy wrote, Eric wrote. So sort of just
No, okay, it's Cave. It's Kane. Whatever his name is, it's him. It's him. It's definitely him.
Kane from the Elementalist.
maybe. Yeah. Well, would you be able to like confirm who it really is later? Maybe.
That's
Yeah,
look. I'm not sounding horrible here. I was generally being truthful. How do we know if we don't have the answers? Like,
yeah. I mean, he
sorry if that sounds blunt, but that's the truth. It's.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I would be able to confirm it later. I mean, who is it? I mean, this
I mean,
guy has
although I'm not just going to sound like a monogamous bad person here, but to be honest, like, yes, it does more sound like him. But how do we know that for certain?
yeah, we
If
don't know it. We will have to just explore the like the features. That's what I was doing, like which one matches, because we have two picks, so it's just like canceling, because vindictive and mastermind, so just fitting like who it
yeah,
fits to the most.
that's the point. That's a good point. But how do we know that for sure? Like it's a nailed on. It is that person.
That's a good question. It can be either one of them or it can be
That's
none
what I
of
mean.
them.
Look,
So
I'm not trying to say it's not Kane because obviously, like you said, the mastermind, like what happens
yeah,
in an element in this, I won't spoil it because at first he sounds like he wants to help us and stuff like that. That's the point. I do agree with that now. But the point is how do we know that for sure? That's what I
Yeah.
was trying to say.
For now, I guess it just means that so now there's two answers for that one. So then you can confirm it, and then
yeah,
I would
I'll
be
confirm
interested
later.
to know who it really is later. I mean, I think it'd be cool. Like I'll wait for that and see if it really is Kane or if it's Bias or if it's actually someone else.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
be
there are
interested
three
to
options
see.
available. Yeah, it could be either Kane, which when you navigate the features, it seems
I know you've
so,
said that
and then
about
it could be
5,000 times now. I think we know.
you know, then Gaius, the second option, and the third wild card. It could be a completely different person. That yeah, but
Could be
I'll
Raya.
confirm it.
You never know.
Who?
Could be Raya
That's an interesting pick. Could be
because you know.
Well, yeah,
yep,
that is true. She is very vindictive. Yeah.
vindictive and also manipulative. So that kind of goes with mastermind, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll confirm it later for y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the
Cool.
next one. Yep. Um. Next one. All right. This is by Eric Murray. Who am I? This character is a scientist who experiments a lot in a lab. Now, that's all I have here. Nothing more.
Hmm. Is it Dr. Halani Hale?
Um,
It could be
Dr. Hale.
literally anybody. That.
Yeah, because we do have like very little description about that. So this character is a scientist who experiments a lot in a lab. No, no, wait. We have a bit more on that. We have a bit
Wait,
more on
this might sound stupid. I can't remember his name from Open Heart. Is it Baz? Naz or something his name is?
Baz
Naz?
Baz. Yeah,
Yeah. Thinking him or something? I don't know. Could be. What?
Oh, I haven't read through that book yet. So, but I've seen a lot of pictures of Baz. So he's a scientist, he's like a lab employee in
Yeah.
that series. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't actually know that, but I
yeah,
mean, if
Baz.
we, oh, so it's actually Baz the answer.
No, 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 no. I'm just
I
saying
was
the
going to
name of
say.
the character. I mean, the one you guys are talking about. It from
Didn't
Open
he
Heart.
experiment on. Actually, no, I'm not going to spoil it, actually. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
That's.
thinking that it could either be Baz or it could be Dr. Halani Hale,
Yeah.
Alani Hill.
and it could, yeah, I'm wondering which one. But they both do seem like they fit the description,
Okay,
definitely.
I think I'm missing something. This can't be all. I'm definitely missing something. Okay, so there was something that I'm definitely missing, but all I'm gonna say, think like now in this department, I don't have any idea because I have not. I have just read the first chapter of Wake the Dead, and you guys have read, I think all the other chapters. So
Yeah.
I think the other part was this character is a scientist who experiments a lot in a lab, but when it gets attacked by zombies, something happens to this scientist. Who am I?
Oh my God, Shannon. My favorite ever is Shannon.
Shannon.
I
And
Did you hear about what they've done with Wake the Dead? Sorry to go off topic. What? Where did
Iris.
that come from?
I can see either it's getting
Like,
a book two
I,
or
I think,
it's
have you
being a
noticed
standalone.
as well? I'm not trying to to poo on Pixelberry's reputation or anything, but a lot of people are actually disappointed in this. It's not like they said they don't like the book. They said, why would they do this? I mean, like you said, it could be down to a new book, could be down to people, like you said, making it another sequel, which I hope they do, to be honest. But yeah,
That would be cool, yeah. If there was a book two for Wake the Dead, it's a really fun series. I would love to see that.
Yeah. Or it could be like Across the Void and Nightbound or Distant Shores. Like they're just taking, like it could be either of those things. Like just like
yeah.
Laws of Attraction went on hiatus. So we'll have to see what they actually do with it because none of the VIP books have a sequel yet. So it would be first of its kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. And I thought that Shipwreck was gonna get a sequel just because it has a lot of the steamy content that a lot of the newer choices fans are interested in. So I honestly thought it was gonna get like a sequel because I mean TNA is kind of along the same lines. Like it's the
That's
same
all
type of book.
TNA is.
Yeah, apparently like the second book it's like all that. But I thought that's why like I thought that book was gonna get one, but it turns out it's not.
Yep,
But if Wake the Dead does get the sequel, then I think that would be surprising because it would be the first VIP book to have one.
that's an interesting point there. Um, I think last year we had now I'm saying last year, so I got it right. We have five sequels, but not next year. This year we have only two sequels: the Nanny Affair Book Three and Laws of Attraction Book Two. And Laws of Attraction Book Two, there's nothing much on it yet, but the Nanny Affair will probably come out somewhere in the summer. So I don't know if they don't release sequels to any VIP books. So it could be a new trending choices that we get only newly released books and standalones, and sequels are not going to be there anymore. I don't know what path they're taking, but it'll be interesting.
That's actually a really good question too. It makes me wonder why. Because I've also noticed how there's not as many sequels as I thought there would be. So me too. I'm wondering if Pixelberry is going through this route where they're trying to just release books but make them standalones. It makes me think that too because some of those VIP books could have been pretty good as a standalone, or no, I mean with one sequel, even if it was like a shorter book. But then we have Queen Bee, which I don't think is going to get a sequel, but I
It's
think it
definitely
should
not.
get one.
No, it's been confirmed.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's confirmed that it's pretty much
Yeah,
going to be done.
yeah. No choices had to put it out themselves, and it's the series finale. So
yeah,
I'm just so surprised though because
I know.
there's the Nanny Affair, and then there's Queen Bee.
I mean, yeah. The difference is Queen Bee actually has a plot.
Exactly. And it's still just as steamy as like, well, not as much because TNA Affair is probably like 100% in that category. But
Yeah.
I thought it was actually popular enough to get that. But maybe it's for the best that it doesn't get a sequel, another sequel, because it could be done very poorly, possibly. I mean, I'm not going to say that actually, because like the writers are very good. So, but I
yeah.
personally think that if it was a third book, that it would still be good, just because I love the writing style
Yeah.
and the drama and all of the silly moments. It's just a really fun experience playing that book.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, sometimes it's good to, end a show or end a, book
Mm.
earlier when you have the plot, right, than to drag it and, like make
Royal
not.
Romance.
Yeah, I mean that happens, with a lot of shows, and you see a lot of underappreciated shows and books are those
Yeah.
that are not like with lots of sequels and lots of seasons, but just one or two seasons or one or two sequels and pretty compact. I think that's how it goes. But Queen Bee, I mean, you're right. If it had a book three, it would have been another Mean Girl vibe, like the way they're they make you ridiculously laugh with their writing style, the roasting kind of. It's a pretty unique writing style in choices and in any other app store, to be honest. So it was pretty fun. Only one chapter to go. It's a bit sad, but yeah, Queen Bee definitely it would be like they said under the post, end of an era. Like it definitely is a defining book in choices.
It
Yeah.
is, and like what you mentioned, the writing style is what I really, really love about that book. It's
Sometimes
very
to me,
it's modern, and if I could see that type of style like in another book, I would love
yeah,
that. So whoever like writes them, whoever's on the Queen Bee team, even if it would be cool if there's even like a spin-off, for Queen Bee where you have another Queen Bee or maybe something else along the lines like that. I think would be fun. But I would love to see that Queen Bee writer at least, on another series
yeah.
with that
But
same type of writing. That would be fun.
sometimes I will admit it's good, but sometimes it can be a bit too much in some of the scenes. Like I think it's in book one. Like, don't get me wrong, that's your opinion, but sometimes it can be a bit too much. But I mean, yeah, I mean, where I stand with it is this is going to piss off. Sorry for swearing, but this is going to piss off a lot of people. But you get series like Nanny Affair getting a sequel, and then Queen Bee getting a third book, and then Queen Bee not.
Yeah, it's a little surprising to me, but
Yeah,
I guess maybe what happened was that a lot of people did read The Nanny Affair. It might be a top 10 book. It's possible that the casual players really like the Nanny Affair because the Nanny Affair doesn't have as much plot. So it's kind of like easy to just click through it.
that's a question as well. What is the plot of book two? Like genuinely, Like, no, I'm actually not trying to be funny. I'm trying not to be funny, but I'm laughing. But no, like seriously, what is the plot of book two? Like, but
I just think it's interesting because everyone who plays it also says the same thing, and I don't even play it, and I'm hearing how there's no plot.
no, there isn't.
Yeah. Nanny Affair book two. I mean, definitely it was. I mean, I think the Nanny Affair book two, like it preceded book one. Book one was really good, and
Yep.
book two it had the perfect opportunity to answer some questions like why MC hated the subway and all the past. Instead, they went, they brought
But yeah, it's
Jordan,
another.
and then
But book three will be. It's a wedding book as well. Let's be honest. It's like most choices books. What are book threes? They're usually wedding books.
mm,
So
but hopefully they answer some of our questions,
yeah,
and book three can be the book, that sort of revives the Nanny Affair franchise, because book two they brought some characters, Jordan, and but they didn't make the right use of them. So that was kind
no.
of, but yeah, hopefully book three bounces back. It's popular, the money's there, the support is there, book three should come right, because book one was really good. I mean, I had high hopes for book two. And let's see what book two delivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It would be great if the third one does end up reviving it a little bit because I'm not giving up on the series. I just took a break from it right now, but you know, Sam, like she's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm not gonna leave that story untouched. So I'll keep reading through it, but just hope the third book is actually worth something.
Yeah, definitely. Addison's gorgeous too.
Oh God. Don't even.
Exactly. Yeah, Addison.
Yeah. As much as I know what she's going to be pivotal to the plot, there'll be countless posts on like on Instagram and Reddit and like Twitter and that about how gorgeous she is. Even though she'll be a bad person and she's got bad intentions, she left her old kids and that. People won't care about that. They'll just care about her because she's good looking. It's no, that's true. It's like Poppy. So,
Yeah, like Poppy.
Cross
That
my
is
heart. Cross my
oh
heart.
no, you don't want to know what happens in the last chapter.
Oh yeah, we
It
get to
will.
spend time with Poppy.
Yeah. No, I mean, what I've been told, I've not actually seen it myself. I got told by someone, I'm not saying who. The last chapter, yeah, with Poppy. That's all I'll say. Something turns into a different shape of something. That's what I've been told.
Oh, are you talking about like someone who gave you some hints about chapter 16?
Yes, I'm not going to. I don't say without spoiling it. Something next to a dialogue thing is not what it is now. It's going to change to a different shape.
Huh, I'm very, very curious now. I mean,
Everybody's got one.
huh, that's so you're saying that everyone has a big lie, you mean? And that's what's going to be revealed?
What pumps the blood around your body?
Hard.
Yes, you just said it, and I'll not say anything more. You don't know what I mean,
Did
do
you?
you?
What do you want me to do? Do you want to send me back to biology classes?
Basically, if I spoil it, people can just skip it. I've been told that instead of a flirt option, it's a heart option. You know what I'm trying to say now? We
Oh,
actually
now
get
I know.
yes, that. Yeah.
To be honest, I thought like, because I don't know who did you guys choose for the dance, but after the cat fight scene, Poppy and Persephone, now
That
silly,
was
yeah,
hilarious. That was.
their hairs, their makeup, everything was so messed up, and still we
God, it
get
made
the
Persephone look like a right. My God,
yeah, what?
people still wanted to do it. Freaks.
Yeah, I mean, we were
She
given the
was
option to
that
yeah, I mean, we were given the option to dance with Professor, Zoe, and Poppy. Who'd you choose?
Zoe, because she
bad.
deserves better.
Ina, but if I do a replay, I'll choose Zoe.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
we three chose three different persons. I chose Poppy, and well, to be honest, the scene we got we finally declared that we are enemies with benefits. And the music they played in the background, I just have a hunch feeling for all the poppy romancers out there and for myself
Thank
that
you.
still we can still get Poppy as a love interest by the end, or
Yes,
maybe
that's what
like
I mean. And I think this ties into what we said. Sorry, I'm going to go on a rant here. And I'm sorry. I know I said I was skeptical about the book, and it was actually good. I think what changed it a lot is the scene a couple of weeks ago. Do you know that one we discussed? Was it chapter 13 in Urban? I think it was, yeah. That scene made the book for me. That chapter made the book for me. And I think what's going to piss off a lot of poppy romancers and just the people who love their book is they just ended it. That's what I mean. It's going to piss off a lot. I mean, why do it now? I mean, if they're going to do it all along to Poppy, they baited us, really. Not baited, say, but like, why do it at the end of the book? If you're going to do it, just do it from the bloody start.
you gotta
You know?
wait for better things, like wait makes it sweeter. Something.
Yeah, you're right. It's like, Poppy does have a lot of fans. It's definitely worth it, like considering. And there's been other books where the love interest was like almost never there, so it wouldn't be a surprise if that was the case anyway. Because sometimes, like some, like for, I know for the Crown and the Flame, what's his name, Diavolo was like a love interest, but like in the third book. So sometimes some of them aren't there very long, but they can still become official love interests, like maybe at the very end. So I can see that happening because Poppy has a lot of fans.
Bianca in America's Most Eligible. Wow.
Wow. Where's fucking Tegan? Sorry for swearing. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to swear then. Where's to like Tegan though? Why not her? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Honestly though, when speaking about that Bianca, God, I didn't expect that to happen. Good God.
Well, personally, for me, I was so invested from the start in Jen, and I was sad that Jen is not a love interest. So I didn't really care about much of the love interest, and I did like Bianca. So but I didn't actually like when they asked me the question like who to marry Bianca or Jen. I mean, just leaving Jen on at the altar. I mean, that would have made us worse than Vince, I guess, at that point. And so I did, do the Bianca playthrough, but for that one, I chose to actually go through the whole marriage book with, Mackenzie, so it would be easier to just say no to her and go with Bianca. But yeah, Jen, I mean, I understand your point, like Tegan and even, Lena and some other characters were there, so they should
Oh,
have made
Ivy
Bianca.
can,
Yeah,
like
Ivy.
Ivy. People wanted Ivy as a love interest still. She can rot in a pit of fire and with lions in the bloody cage. I don't care about her one bit.
I actually really like Ivy for some reason. I like her energy, but I haven't read like through the full book yet. I chose the flirty option, by the way. So I'm gonna be finishing that up. But I like her so far. But I guess she's apparently evil,
Yeah.
or
What book are you on? Sorry.
the first one.
Oh, yeah, that's why. Yeah. No, like,
All I'm gonna say without spoiling,
yeah,
when you go to book three, when you complete the book three about Ivy, I mean, maybe at this point, I'm not gonna say much, but
yeah,
Ivy is a character that is, they did a good job
yeah.
with that. Is I don't know if you have met Vince or not, but Ivy, let's say you will revive her character and you will see more of her in some way, and which I really liked because I like to see like
Redemption arc. She gets one of those.
that's the word. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she does something bad, but then she does get a redemption arc. Okay, that's
Probably
Yeah.
not.
interesting.
Probably not. Maybe that didn't happen. It's not
Hmm.
spoiling anything.
Now it's a
Did I spoil
mystery.
anything specifically about the story? No, I just said what she gets. So,
Well,
You have
I definitely do want to finish reading through that book. I like Jen a lot so far.
yay. That's good.
but you told me not to spoil it, but you just said Jen doesn't become a love interest.
Oh, I think
So,
she went to that part, didn't she?
No, you blamed me for spoiling something when I really didn't, and then you said before that Jen doesn't become a love interest. You don't get to marry
Oh,
her. It's like, what? Come
oh,
on.
you haven't gone to that part where we get to kiss Jen, Astra?
I think I did actually. Well, no, I don't remember very well about that book because although I started a few chapters, I don't. For that book, I'm probably gonna have to restart it just so I could remember everything again. I didn't record it either, but I was thinking that maybe I could add that series to YouTube, possibly.
Oh, that would be super awesome. Yeah, America's Most Eligible. And by the way, after this episode, drink a cup of coffee and forget everything I said. If you want to
Yeah,
start fresh
you
with
blame
America's
me for
Most
bloody
Eligible.
spoiling. I didn't spoil anything.
Oh no! You're fine. Honestly, I spoil like I not only do I not really know what you spoiled, which is good, um, but I spoil things for myself a lot. So,
Yeah.
but I still end up loving whatever I see. So
That's
yeah,
good.
I mean you're perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think as well, to add on that as well, just a quick point. Even though sometimes I have seen spoilers about a book, I can still enjoy the book, even though you know what's going to happen. It's
Exactly.
uh,
Just like with every heartbeat, even though we know what's going to happen to
oh
Dakota,
yeah.
so many hints. It's
Oh,
still
not
enjoyable. It still hurts.
To add on that, sorry. I mean, to me, about that book, I know I said I don't like it. What made me not like it is, you know what was going to happen in the first like 30 seconds of the book. Like that's without even going playing the whole of the rest of the chapter. In the first 30 seconds, it more or less gets spoiled. After you obviously have customized your character in that, obviously. Which I don't know why you didn't get to play as a guy. But then again,
Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely some stories that could have actually had a gender of choice option, but it. I think it's probably just because it was a book that they didn't want to use as many resources for. Um, I feel like that might be part of like why they make those decisions, but ideally they should be making a gender of choice if it can be.
yeah. I think that's
You
why I
know,
don't really like it.
oh yeah, I understand that. I'm kind of surprised too because it feels like it could have easily been like a gender of choice book,
I
and
think
even like
what I mean,
Surrender, I could have been
yeah.
one too.
I think people, sorry, Ban, I know it's your podcast, but I should point out the point. This is probably going to sound horrible here, but that's the point. People who like the book, that's fine. Surrender, that's fine. I don't have a problem with this. But what annoys me is when the people who like the book say, "Yeah, but you can still customize. You can customize your love interest and play as that love interest." That's not the point. Why is that book gender locked? And they can't say it's down to resources. That's right. Don't even give me that. Because if you can customize the love interest that much, why can't you do it for the character, like the main character? What's the difference? It's just honestly unbelievable in my opinion. But
Yeah, there's some other Choices fans that have also been posting about how they feel about that, and they weren't very happy. But you know what I think was going on is that it's supposed to be that book, the token book for a very specific Choices audience. I think that's why they chose to do that, make it gender locked. I mean, I wouldn't have done that like if it was me, but it I I don't know how to say this like in the right word, but I think there's like a certain Choices audience that likes these types of stories, and I think they were catering to them. So
but I
that's
think to add on that as well, that if that's fine, that's your opinion, that's great. But does that mean you should just forget about everybody else?
no, because I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people don't like that book because of what it is. So I think what they did was they were just targeting like a very specific
Yeah.
Choices audience.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
And
like
I
because
think
I don't
we all know
really
what
like
that is.
that stuff either. But I think it was just for that, like the people who are probably new fans to Choices.
Yeah. That book's just a dumpster trash. I'm just going to put it out there. But yeah. It's
to add on the discussion of with every heartbeat and the spoilers. First thing I would like to say about with every heartbeat. Personally, the opening scene where it reveals that the love interest, what's going to happen, the tragedy, like you said, Kid Spot. Um, I don't know if you guys know about Fault in Our Stars, and I can't
Oh
remember
God, who doesn't?
the other movie name. So actually, from that movie, when I came back to read the book, so it actually felt like I'm watching a movie. So cinematically, they did a good job with that because that's how in cinemas thing happened. Like they show
Well,
us what happened in the past, and then they show us the whole thing. So personally, for me, that felt like I'm watching a movie and
yeah,
a cinematic view. Like even we know the destination, but we're going. So it's just like
yeah.
a movie thing.
I can sum
Yeah.
up that book in one word. You ready for this?
What
Cliche.
cliche?
Yeah. But yeah, I
My
mean,
would be cute.
Well, what was that?
The only thing I could say is like from that book, I just think of the word cute. I just think it's a very adorable book. The love interest, the dynamic between them, the friend
yeah.
group, everything.
Yeah,
But
well,
don't you see that in more or less every single a book like this, or like any movie? I mean that's fine, but cliche. Obviously, that's probably because I. Yeah. Anyway.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, I can see that. Sometimes, like, you mean like the category story where the love interest, has a terminal illness. Yeah, and then I mean, even like with Distant Shores, it's like the Pirates of the Caribbean of choices. I know
Yeah.
what you mean by that.
Too cliche.
yeah,
Give
even
some
it,
originality in stories,
yeah,
not just what
because
sells money.
yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, it lives is something like the it chapter one or it chapter two, some like everyone plays together and stuff like that. So, or like the Elementalist is like Harry Potter.
But it's
Yeah,
better than Harry
exactly.
Potter. Anything's
I
better than Harry Potter.
Come on,
Oh, you don't like Harry Potter?
Dumbledore says
No.
calmly.
I don't mind. This might sound stupid here, but I don't actually mind some of the actors in it. I just don't like that kind of. I mean, that's people are gonna go back and they're gonna say, "Yeah, but you like Elementalist." I know I do, but it's not my cup of tea, as the British would say. You know?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And, yeah.
It's interesting, para. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was terrible. British. But anyway,
Oh
I
no!
tried.
People take the mess of British people just saying everybody drinks tea. Oh, I could say a lot about different countries, but I'd
Yeah.
get cancelled. So, and I think Asher and Ivan know what I'm going to say. So, people say, "Oh, you
Well,
British people drink tea all the time." This is going way off topic, but I like it like this. But like I say, people say British people drink tea all the time with it like the pinky finger when they drink. No, we bloody don't. Oh, let's go and take a bath. I don't speak like that, do I? No.
Man, drinking
that's
water.
funny.
I'll
Oh, let's go to the bath and let's play some golf. No. I'd rather shove the golf stick up somewhere else and play it. Sorry, off topic here.
I
no,
personally
yeah, go on.
that's actually like different cultures are also really into that whole cup of black tea in the morning. That's also something that I actually haven't. That's something that I do too, But I know what you mean. Some people do have that stereotype about people in the UK. And, like,
Yeah, but we all talk posh. I mean, I swear in almost everything I say. I mean, once I did really annoy an American by saying something, but that was fairness. That was because I didn't like him. But yeah, like not every. I think you probably know what I'm trying to say. Like, I mean, it's just not just about anything, is it? It's like, if anything, it's like all because. I mean, why do people have this notion about that? I don't drink tea all the time. Oh my, sorry, we're enough topic now. Sorry, let's just get about that.
Yeah,
But
No, I mean, I know what you mean. I understand what you're trying to say.
it's just,
yeah. I mean, someone said this guy was from South. I mean, South. I mean, in America. So he said to me like, a lot of people are like, when I will be talking with them, and they'll be like, "Hey, do you go to school on horseback, or what?"
no
What?
thanks. I'd rather
Wow.
walk 10 miles than go on a horse.
Oh,
I've actually done that before, just because I was bored. So
that was interesting.
What?
Yeah.
That's funny. Wait, were they
But
saying to you, Nervan, like they were saying, we're asking if you go to school on horse, like as a stereotype, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
this
it's
guy
just
was talking to some others, and they said like, I don't know if he said like Texas or something, and it was like, "Oh, do you go to school on horses?" I was like,
oh man. All because somebody lives there doesn't actually necessarily mean that. It's like anything. All because there's some certain thing doesn't mean to do that what the culture is.
but just to make sure, I mean, I don't know if this guy's, just to make sure, like,
Hmm.
whoever commented that, do you go into school on horses, they did not say it as, I don't know, like, yeah, it's a stereotype, but they didn't say it mockingly or something, but they were rather curious about southerns, and they're like, like,
Um,
what
yeah.
would you do if you see aliens? Like, they were excited rather, like, wow, like, hey, I've heard. So I would say movies and TV shows are too, they're like, they create the conception. Like, if you see
Yeah.
young Sheldon, for instance.
It's
Yeah,
like
that is true. Maybe it is kind of the fault of media or
yeah.
like TV shows where they just
Like Pixelberry.
overdo stereotypes.
It's like Pixelberry with a very, very scandalous proposal. We don't bloody say bloody all the bloody time. Bloody hell, it's bloody annoying. No, I bloody don't. I don't say
Uh,
that all the time. It's like, my God.
Ava and
I mean, we
Simon
could.
were,
I mean, let's face this. I could turn the tables on Pixelberry about this. What's Pixelberry's obsession with New York?
I feel like that would be a very nice topic to talk about because I also noticed that New York is a really common
Yeah.
setting in Pixelberry, and then another one would possibly maybe be California or the UK, or even Japan is also a common theme in some books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that there's like some of those commonalities between them, but with a very scandalous proposal, I remember speaking with some other choice fans about it, and someone pointed out that that's not really how people talk.
No, it's
I
not.
figured, I figured too
Look,
because I
look,
remember the character.
I can sum it up for you. When people think of England, because this is technically what we are now, just England ourselves, right? People think of London. Not everybody speaks posh. I mean, people in London don't even speak posh. People in London, God, I'm going to get killed for this, literally. People in London are sometimes even worse than that, or even worse than me. So, do you know what I'm trying to say here? It's like with New York, isn't it, with Pixelberry? Like, off the top of my head, I don't know about you two, if you can tell me anymore. There's Bloodbound, I know that's New York. There's the new book, Crimes of Passion, New York. There's none of. I mean,
Yeah, even attraction is also in New York, I believe.
yeah.
so what's your favorite location personally in choices? I mean, which location did you enjoy the most? For me,
Ooh.
top three.
That's a
Let's say
good
top.
question.
For
Hmm?
me, I would say first one where our high school store is located.
Yeah.
Place, I mean, seems pretty good. You have mountain, you have a beach, you have like pretty good neighborhood, pretty cool
Did it
people
see the
there.
code?
Yeah, Cedar Cove or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. And then second one, I would say Miami. Home to America's most eligible.
Yeah.
Third one was, no. Second one is high school stories location. Third one is Miami, and of course, first one for me, which I pretty much liked the scenery, the greenness, the sky, the blue, the clouds, the music, and the character and everything about it. It's the Montana, Big Sky Country. Absolutely
Yep.
love that.
Ah, yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, definitely. And you know that book kind of has the same vibes as Wolf Bride because both of them are in a rural area, and they do use a lot of the soundtracks that are from Big Sky Country. So even if I haven't finished that book, I felt like I still kind of got like a glimpse of like the
Yeah.
atmosphere that they have.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Playing Wolf Bride, sometimes music makes me nostalgic about that book. So yeah, definitely. And Shipwrecked has a lot of music from Mine to First Loves and With Every Heartbeat. That's a pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of. I thought it was kind of weird too because I think of it as a more serious story, but it worked pretty well, especially
Yeah.
with every part. I thought
I
that was a kind of like a pretty good
yeah.
soundtrack choice.
I think with me, I never read a book without sound. I always have to read it with sound.
Yeah,
That's not even.
possible. Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
for sure. There's no chapter that I don't read without sound. Without sound. To me, it's really important. Plus, I love choices.
Well,
It's just
this might sound a bit controversial, but to me, sometimes it makes a story. That sounds stupid, but look, hear me out here. This is my reasoning. Without going into a lot of detail, but the book, another app we obviously we're not talking about. We're talking about choices. But with me, what makes me think about this, my opinion, is a book I love called Devil's Deal. Without that book, without the music, it won't be the book it is, in my opinion. I'll just put that out there. But yeah, I do agree that I never read a book without the sound. This doesn't feel right.
yeah. That's a really interesting viewpoint too. I was thinking about a book where the soundtrack I think made the whole difference for it. I don't remember exactly, but I know that the soundtrack for Distant Shores, I felt like it was perfect. It
Yeah.
was all like the new soundtrack, and it
yeah. The
actually
song
made me like pirate or whatever.
and the song there in Distant Shores. Like we are home. Like something goes like that. Die now something. You know,
Yeah.
100 times I do. It was a great song. I mean, I wish I can hear that song again in some book.
I know what I'm going about. I can't think of what the name's called. I know the beat. No, that's Devil's Deal. But yeah.
Are you talking about the very sad one or like another one?
From Distant
I
Shores,
don't know. Yeah.
there's like a pirate
Yeah.
song.
Yeah. I can't think of the beat to it, the melody.
Yeah, there's a pirate song that kind of reminds me of the Pirates of the Caribbean. It's played nearly at the end where they have that big fight scene. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a very good song.
at the first chapter, it also plays. It goes like farewell, thee, die now, something like that. A
Yeah.
thousand times adieu, and then
Right. Stuff this. I'll have a look at it on YouTube now on my TV.
I don't think
I've lost my control, so I have to use my phone to do it. So yeah. Obviously, I was trying to find it now.
But tell me, for you guys, what are your top three locations and choices?
Oh wow.
States, town.
Do you want to go first, Mac?
No, I should be all right. I'm just trying to sit. Yes, there's something cool.
Sure. So what I really liked was the Distant Shores environment, the beautiful beach area, tropical scenery. Like to me, that was my favorite. That would be my third favorite one. And then
Yeah.
a second one for me would be. I know these are kind of like weird options that I'm choosing. But I happen to like them a lot. Then the other one would be End of Summer. Um, because that island I think of as like a very magical island.
100.
That's like a place I would love to go to. I mean, not really, because I don't want to get stuck there. But like I just think it's a very beautiful environment, very unique. So that one I definitely also really like. And then the first one, that's my favorite, would probably be the Across the Void world because it's just like very unique and because they're trying to recreate their illusions of what an alien world would be, and I really did like that too.
Wow, interesting. All the three, these are, I mean, really out of, I mean, I just said some real world things, but come to think of it, I mean, I would kill for the, distant shores, Blackworth, I'll be a bit afraid, but Across the Void is also super awesome. By the way,
Yeah.
who was the love interest in Endless Summer?
Quinn,
Me?
Estella. Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. I'm rereading it, but I really like Stella.
Oh, okay. It's still, yeah, she was like the, fighter of the group.
Yeah, I really like those types of characters. The ones that are very quiet, who've been through a lot, but are also very determined and have a plan. She just seems like that type of person. She kind of reminds me of she has like a similar personality to Imani a little bit.
I see what you mean. Yeah, like they're distant at first, and then as you get to know them, get to know more about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. What about you, Mac? Your top three
What's that?
location choices?
Oh, number. This might sound a bit stupid, but number three would be It Lives beneath and It Lives in the Woods. They're number three. Number
Yeah.
two would be High School Story.
What story?
High School Story.
Oh, High School Story. There you go.
And
Absolutely.
and number
Homework.
one would be Devil's Deal.
Yeah. I think that name is also something like Cedar Cove, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Can't remember. Yeah.
yeah.
Is that the name of a place in Devil's Deal?
Yeah. I don't know the name of the place in Devil's Deal. So do you know,
No.
Mac?
Um, I know. I actually can't think. Um, I don't know. All I know is no.
Because I thought you guys were talking about choices, though. This must be another app you mean. Okay, that
No,
makes
no.
sense.
I was just saying. Yeah. I thought you just meant out of any book, but yeah. In choices, sorry, then it would be It Lives, High School Story, and the number one would be actually. Oh no, can't think of where it was. I forgot now.
What about Sam's apartment?
No, that's Brandon's favorite place.
Whoa.
Um, but no, honestly, do not talk badly about that book if Brandon comes on. No, no, like genuinely, but yeah.
I just
No,
learned something new about Brandon today.
no, literally, I'm not even trying to be funny, cause any drama. I'm being serious. He's gonna listen to this and he's gonna think I'm an idiot, and I don't care.
I
Do
mean,
not talk bad about that book, please.
I
No,
understand.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I understand because High School Story is my first book, so it's and Nanny
Yeah,
Affair is Brandon's. So if someone is on about High School Story, I mean, you build emotional connection.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so let's get back to this imposter thing. We have another question, and this one, this guy doesn't have any particular answer. Whatever comes to your mind first, or whoever comes to your mind first, that is the answer. Just tell me. Okay, who am I? The character is a forced love interest on our main character here, and doesn't know any boundaries at all.
Sam,
Okay,
Sebastian?
who?
Bastion.
Bastion. Okay, all right. Like I said, it
Oh,
doesn't have.
sorry. Ooh,
It
actually, to
doesn't.
be honest, that could be a good point. That because Bastion's just a prick. Sorry for swearing, but I'm being blunt. But I don't like him at all. Um,
Yeah, he is one.
but yeah, I'd say Sam.
Sam or Ian, Professor Kingsley
Oh,
is considered force.
Force. You considered Force. It should have been a single love interest book. Like, there's no even complaints about that.
Yeah, true. What was the question again exactly? The imposter one.
Who am I? This character is a forced love interest on our main character here and doesn't know any boundaries at all.
Wow, that's that leaves that open for several answers because there's several of them out there that are like
Yep.
that.
Yep,
Yeah,
there's Gabe, there's Ina, there's
there's no right.
Bastian, there's Chris, there's Gabe, there's loads.
Interesting. So who is the one person you will choose? I think you said Sam and you said Maxine, right?
Yes, I'll say I'm between Ethan or Bastion, but I think Bastion will be the one I choose.
For me, um, forced. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to think about it. This question, to be honest. Um,
Forced, actually, do you guys even consider Bastion to be forced? 'Cause I don't think he is because there's two options. Well, no, I
no,
mean
Yeah,
you could still be forced.
I think there's a difference between pushed and forced. I think in Laws of Attraction, Gabe is favoured, pushed, but I know I'm going to come back to this point again, but there's a definition between forced and pushed. Gabe is the definition of pushed. Chris is the definition of forced. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. That is. Yeah, I don't know. Good luck.
I
That
can't.
makes it a little hard, but I think Sam would definitely fit that
Yeah,
description then. Because I mean, they are pretty forced, and I think they're the only love interest option anyway.
I
yeah,
can't think of a character like that right now who is like because pretty much almost love interest. I don't know. Is it gonna be Adrian? I don't know because I can't be the judge. I have not read it yet. But yeah, it's just
yeah. I think,
Adrian is favored, but he's not necessarily forced, from what I see.
yeah.
that's
I think it's
interesting.
hard to say that about the Vanity Fair as well, then, because that's a single love interest book.
Yeah, exactly. Depends
Uh,
on
So the answer would be for a book to have more than one love interest in it, right?
I
doesn't matter. This guy said, Eric said like it doesn't have any particular answer. Whatever you think is the answer.
it's Sam then. That's no questions then. Sam.
Yeah, I think it's Sam because even though Bastion's kind of very very favored, obviously he's not the only one there, and you can't actually like avoid him at one point. So I think that Sam is the one that meets that description, especially when it comes to the fire points. So I think it's Sam. Just I guess.
One quick question: Samuel or Samantha?
None of them.
Okay. Alright. All right. So last one from this guy. Who am I? This character is a sweetheart, but she has a forest-themed look around her. But her father has trust issues. Her father has trust issues with outsiders.
Could you read that one?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've got an idea. Oh, I want to hear it again.
Okay. Who am I? This character is a sweetheart, but she has a forest-themed look sorry. She has a forest themed look around her, but her father has trust issues with outsiders. Let me know if I want
Is,
if I
Is that
right.
Morgan?
but you are
It sounds like it's Morgan to me, but I'm not sure.
okay. Listen to it carefully again. I'm repeating it again. Who am I? This character is a sweetheart, but she has a forest themed look around her.
Oh, is it Sky?
No, like she has a forest themed look. It says like her look is
Oh,
like.
okay. Is it Aster?
Did you say your name? Who
Yeah,
is
I
it?
think it's Aster.
Oh yeah, from Elementalist.
No, I
Yeah,
thought
I
you.
think it's
I know. I
Aster.
thought you meant a forced look. So I thought you meant she. Do you know what I'm trying to say? No, no. I thought you meant forced, not forest. Oh, I would have
Oh,
said that's the then. I thought you said forced to look because the
oh,
people liked her when she was a like she is when you first meet her, Sky, not when she tried to change. Well, that's what you meant. Sorry.
yeah, I see why you said like, sky. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would agree with you. You know, yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Aster
But
then. Yeah, I just think about that now.
the forest, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
she's the only love interest that looks like that. Definitely, she's very
Yeah, because I
unique.
honestly,
And
I thought you said bloody forced, not forest. Something you call it. Oh, well. I would have got it straight away then, but I just listened to it wrong.
yeah.
Well,
You earlier said Aster, but yeah, for one you said Aster. But yeah. So this one, this one's from me. So those were all from Eric. You know, he posted them for all of us. Okay, and I will reach out to both of you with the answer of that one. You know, the vindictive and manipulative one. But here's one question from me. Then we'll move on to Mac and Astra's questions. So okay, who am I? Okay, anger.
me bad. That's what you are.
Anger is on my nose. Okay, I do not talk. Or I do not talk with strangers friendly. I have a trust issue, and I sometimes can be quite a good part of a banter. I'm pretty hardworking. I'm a very strong person.
that's a hard one, but it's good. Is it a love interest?
It's a love interest, and for what it's worth, it's okay. I'll say the next loop. More revealing clue a bit after if you still can't get it. Try both of you. Mac, anything
Hey,
comes
I'm
to
here.
mind?
No, I'm just thinking. I wanted to think in peace now. I'm trying to actually get one.
So you're saying that the person has anger? I
Yep.
think the one love interest I can think of is the matchmaker, rival matchmaker.
Cecile.
Oh, is it Jacqueline? I don't know.
Yeah, Jacqueline or Jack.
From that. I'm not quite. I mean, you were along the lines, but by anger, I didn't mean that. But like they're really angry, but they do get angry, and I don't know. But for the love interest I chose, when they get angry, like sort of it reflects on their nose. Does that make sense? Probably doesn't make
It,
sense.
this might still sound stupid, and this might be a red herring suggestion. But is it me? Is it Noah?
From
My
uh,
first two loves.
no, but you're onto something.
Hmm.
No. Like I don't know. I mean, maybe depending on what face or race you chose, maybe it's not the same. But for the one I chose, when this love interest gets angry, like the way it probably sounds weird, like I'm saying it, but it
Yeah.
on their nose. Like sometimes when get angry, like like, I don't know if
Oh,
you'll
I get you. I get you. I get you.
put on their nose. But I'll give you some clues, okay? This person is very strong-headed. They have a strong will, okay? They don't have the conventional education, but that doesn't stop them from sailing far or sailing high above, soaring sort of. Mm. And they are they have a trust issue. They don't talk to strangers kindly. They have a very rough past. And let's see. Okay, what else?
I think I'm thinking it's Manu. That doesn't even make sense, but I think it could be. It sounds like Manu just because of the past issues and
Oh,
trust
good, good.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you, Mac? Chloe?
I'm probably thinking Manu, but I don't know. It's something's telling me it's not her or him.
Y'all got it right. Both of you got it right.
Oh, really? So it's Manu?
Yeah, the past.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That
the
is
truth
pretty
is,
cool.
yeah, the truth that that book, honestly, that character, though, she needs a good kick up her arse. She does.
You got it right. Okay, all right. So now it's your turn. It's been 1 hour 41 minutes. I've been doing that, and we kind of went, talked about other stuff too. But go ahead, Astra and Mac. Your turn.
Let Astra go first. I don't want to go first.
Sure.
That'd be great.
Okay, so my first one is I miss the way my best friend used to be. Our friendship is no longer genuine as it was. So instead of defending them at all costs, I decided it's better to stand up against their horrible ways.
Can you repeat the last line? The stand-up part.
Sure. So the description is so I'm talking like in first person as if the character. I don't know if that's like part of the rules, but
Yeah,
Oh
anyway,
yeah.
what I have is I miss the way my best friend used to be. Our friendship is no longer genuine as it was before. So instead of defending them at all costs, I decided it's better to stand up against them instead.
oh, this is a good one. This is a really good one. Okay. Okay. When
I'm
he said,
interested what you think.
uh, when he said the best friend part, I was thinking maybe it's gonna be Tatum, but then stand up part, it just shook my world. Okay, now I gotta think about it again. Back.
Tatum, well, that's a good point, but this would be someone who like their best friend is someone with a horrible character. So
Okay,
that's the hint.
Oh,
I know who you're thinking of.
I can't think. No, it's gone.
Okay, can I ask a follow-up question?
Sure.
Does this character have red hair?
No, but I think you're in the right place, but it's not that character.
Is it Brian Crandall or whatever?
No, it's not. Actually, I'm wrong. Yeah, it's not in that universe or that in that book.
Okay. All right. Let me rethink. Okay, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, our best friend. Kind of
I could. Do you want me to give another hint also?
What about you, Mike? Do you want or do you want to try?
No, I need one more clue. That's
Okay
it.
then. Just one more.
Okay. So you know how I said that they had a past friendship that was um, it was better at first, but then this character is not as happy anymore because they felt that their friend lost. the meaning of why they were together or why they even became friends in the first place, because it's kind of changed over time and let their ego get in the way.
Hmm.
Right, I'll ask one more question of myself. Do you get to be friends with this person again?
Not really.
Damn it.
That's limbo because it's a weird situation actually. So it's like they're not really friends anymore because of what that person was doing.
No, I was thinking of Zoe for some reason.
Who?
Is it
Zoe, but obviously you said obviously the whole just do and being friends.
You're on the right track.
right, Beth? Is it Larry?
No. So this is a character who kind of feels like they're not appreciated by that ex best friend, and
Oh,
this character has assisted their ex friend in doing bad things to others, like bullying. But then eventually they change sides and are no longer standing behind that person because of
Okay.
how horrible they are.
Alright, so let me think. I think of one. Okay, it's Queen Bee. It can be from Queen Bee.
It's a character that's involved in a lot of drama. Or I wonder if that one's too hard or if it's too general.
No, no, no. It's a
I would say is that um, the character that you get to become friends or uh, they change sides or loyalties.
give us a moment to think. It's a really good one. But best friend, I have to get it. Like best friends, these are my favorite tropes. Okay.
yeah,
And this
probably
is
because of
not
Poppy.
a love interest.
Oh, is it from by any chance? Is this oh no about bullying? You said so. Um,
Mhm.
is this from It Lives?
No,
Oh,
but you're kind of close. It's the same type of environment, but older.
type of environment. Can up to the best friend. Can be Kate. Um,
The closest one that I heard so far was Zoe, but it's not exactly Zoe. This might make more sense for because of a certain scene in book in like um, very early part of the series where they reveal that this person um, really cared about the friendship at first, but then their friend became really distant later on and started caring too much about power and status.
I actually don't know, to be honest.
is it Poppy? And Chloe.
Yes, you're right.
Poppy.
Oh my
It's
God.
not. It's the other name. It has to do with Poppy.
It's Chloe.
Yep, it's
Who the hell's Chloe?
Wow, man.
No, like genuinely. Who is
Chloe.
Chloe?
Oh, like, is it a, I mean, I don't know.
So
Like, no,
Chloe's like her her former best friend.
what,
green, green sweater.
oh, her. She was never our friend, was she?
Not
She
us.
she was Poppy's best friend, but then at one point you get to recruit her because she realizes that Poppy is lost. You know, Well, it's kind of hard to explain, but she realized that Lotta no longer interested in a genuine friendship, and that she's too obsessed with power and status.
Oh,
That was a really good one. I mean, really, it's something unconventional because mostly since we started this, we've been doing somewhat love interest close to the main character. But Chloe and best friend. So I was thinking along the lines, best friend of the main character, best friend of the main character. But Chloe's best friend, Poppy. I think that is like taking a really deep dive inside the plot and story. Not a good one there. That was a good one.
Yeah, I figured it was a bit too deep, but I mean, you did still do it, so that's pretty good.
Thanks. That was a good one. All right. Okay, bring it on. Next. I'm ready.
Okay, so the next one is, so I'm speaking as if I'm the character, so here it goes. I'm shocked by your friendliness to me, despite our different social standings in this country. I love that you treat me as an equal and as a friend. Early after we meet for the first time, we find out disturbing information about a recent tragedy. And due to what we discovered, we work together to solve problems and get justice.
Um, would you repeat it again? I mean, Mac, do you have any ideas, or do you want that to be repeated?
I have a vague idea, but I just can't think of it. So, right.
I could repeat it if you want.
Yeah, just
I
repeat
think
it
that
again.
might be best.
Okay, so here it goes. I'm shocked by your friendliness to me despite our different social standings in this country. Because of my social station, I'm usually just considered being in the background. I love that you treat me as an equal and as a friend. But early after we meet for the first time, we find some disturbing information about a recent tragedy. And you ask me for help.
I have a
So
question.
after we discover that, we have to work together to solve problems and get justice in the end.
Is it Blaine? I don't know.
Blaine?
Yeah, from is it
Foreign affairs.
Foreign Affairs? I don't know.
No, so basically, this is a character that has a lower social standing than the main character.
All right, yeah.
What about
No,
Wait, I think I heard an answer. What was it?
Mr. Crawford Hughes from The Unexpected Heiress?
Wow, you're very close, very very close.
I haven't even read that book.
Huh?
Oh,
I haven't even read that book. I have not. I said to you a couple of weeks ago. Remember, I haven't. I know what happens in the book. I haven't actually read all of it.
Oh, I thought you.
so you
No.
know your answer. I'll take it because I actually wrote two descriptions for those characters, the ones that are similar to each other, and basically the description was like almost the same.
Effie.
Exactly, it is Effie.
I've never even read that book.
I thought you read
How am I going to know that?
Vincent and stuff.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't know you didn't read it, but what was
I know
another
what
book that you
happens.
didn't read? So I
I know
can
what
avoid
happens
it.
at the Unexpected Heiress because it's probably one of the biggest plot twists in Choices. But like, yeah, I've not actually read through the story myself.
Oh man.
What's another book would you like me to avoid? Because I have a list, so I'll just skip the ones that you haven't went through.
Off the top of my head, the ones I haven't read is I think I got about 3 chapters into like Across the Void, and I just couldn't stand it. Oh, honestly, what a
Okay.
terrible book that was.
So Across the Void
Yeah,
and The Unexpected Heiress.
yeah, and I can't think of any others. I don't, because I've not read all of the Royal Romance books, but I have a vague idea of they're my characters, so that's okay. others, I'm fairly new, say, so. But obviously, I've not been reading choices lately, so.
Okay, I have one
The
that I think
one,
will work for everyone.
yeah, because
Okay.
like I said, obviously we're a good and fair neighbour because he's read that book. I know he likes that book quite a lot, but I know what happens at the end of the book. I won't spoil it for anyone, but yeah, it's probably the biggest plot twist I've been told and of what I've seen. But what happened was that I actually saw it on YouTube by accident. I just watched it for some stupid reason before I even read the book. I'm like, well, that's just ruined it. Hasn't
I
it?
can go next with another one for a book that I think we all read. Are you ready?
Yeah, as long as it's got nothing to do with like stupid easiness and I'm okay with crap.
Sure.
So for this next one,
Hey. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
Yes. If you don't mind, can we just end this and join again because the voice is fluctuating a little bit. We 1 hour 55 minutes.
sure,
Yeah, that's okay.
that's
Okay.
perfectly fine. I'll meet you guys.
Yeah, just 1 second or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back, and I'm sorry for that.
I,
Yeah, the voice is a lot clearer now. Can you hear me?
no, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Oh,
can.
how do you know I'm asking you if I can hear you not? Alright.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Astra, are you there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm here.
No, she's not.
Okay. Yeah, and one news we have confirmation that for some reason Brandon's PC is not working, laptop. So after whole incident with his whole set, so he says like he's been trying to download some software, but it's not working. It's really slow.
Can I ask you a
So
question?
yeah,
Look, it's kind of a bit stupid, yeah, but there's one thing we even discussed on the podcast.
yeah,
God,
yeah. I mean, maybe some issues there, but as for the updates he got, like it's like some slow updates or something's happening. So
what on his
probably he
phone?
won't be joining today.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah, that can be an option for next time. If it still not works out, so we'll have to like tell him that to use the phone. If that works
Yeah.
for him, yeah, we'll have to give the
Yeah,
suggestion. Yeah, but for
yeah.
today, it's pretty much three of us. Three, yes, 1, 2, 3, yeah, three of us.
Okay. I
No,
mean,
just
that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
hmm,
that's just an update.
after
Yeah,
the week
sure, you
I
go
think.
on your
But
next one.
Okay,
Okay.
so So I have the other. Did you want me to go through the questions right now for the imposter
Yeah,
um,
might as well.
descriptions?
yeah.
Okay, let me know when you're ready, and I'll get to the next one.
Might as
Oh,
well.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Cool. So So I'm speaking as if I'm the character.
Yeah.
So I am not interested in following the footsteps of my parent. I care more about my legacy being my own. My mindset is not common at the place where I live, but I care more about being me than what other people think. I do anything to defend those that I love. Although I have a human form, I'm not like regular human beings. I can transform myself. And hint, this person is a love interest.
Morgan.
That's a very, very good guess, but it's not Morgan. You're on
Oh,
along the right line, so you're like in the right area about that, but it's not Morgan.
that's a really interesting thing. Hmm.
Um,
Did you say parents' legacy or father's legacy?
I'll be specific and say father. So
Wow.
so this character has although their father is not there with them anymore, their father kind of expected them to have this very tough lifestyle, but this person or this love interest would rather just be themselves. And
Any-
it's a pretty popular love interest, sort of.
Um, so it's a love interest who's got a bad father. Good God. I think where's that? Oh, there's no tropes like that. There's not many books what are like that. There's books like that in every bloody story out there is. Um, love
The
interest who's
only
got a bad
difference
dad.
is the father isn't really in the book, but the father is mentioned.
Oh right. Yeah. Um, mm,
I
can't
have.
think. A popular love
I
interest.
can give another I can give another hint if you would like.
Yeah, but also if you can repeat a bit, that would be good. I'm sorry, I just lost
Sure.
it now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll say it again. So I'm not interested in following the footsteps of my father. And by the way, he passed away. But I care more about making my own legacy. My mindset's not very common in the group that I'm in, but I care. So I care. Um, hmm, wait, sorry about that. I'm gonna restart. Sorry. So I'm not interested in following the footsteps of my father who passed away because I care more about being myself. And the way that I think is not very common in the group that I am part of and the place that I live. You can think of my group as like a clan or like a tribe in a way. And I would do anything to defend those that I love, whether it be my younger sibling and my friends that I met. So although I have a human form, I'm not like a regular human being. I can transform myself into something else.
Hmm,
Mm,
interesting.
And hint, this character has a sibling that they need to take care of.
And they are love interest. Wow.
so it's a
I
Yep.
love interest
know.
who's had a tough upbringing and they've got a sibling.
I have a vague image in my mind, but I can't like put a finger on like who this character is.
Exactly.
Could you describe the character then?
Yeah, just give me a time to collect my thoughts.
Yeah, I'm saying
Sure.
here. I've got a vague idea. I just can't. It's a loving.
Yeah, I realize the descriptions I have are a little vague, but
No, no. I'm just I need to, some time to like process that,
Yeah,
like
I'm like
connect.
you and Ivan at the moment. I've got a vague idea, but I just
Yeah,
can't think of the.
yeah. I'm just connecting the dots. I think I'm close, but it's like I can, I'm sensing it, but can't add the dots up like Mac.
Yeah. The points are there. It's just adding them all up.
Yeah,
It's no against Asher. It's just I can't.
yeah.
It's
It's a
piecing it
good
all
one. It's a
together.
good one. Just we need to collect up. Okay, just give
I
me some moments. Okay,
Wait.
we'll be there
So
hopefully.
so so
you're
we can
good.
speak to each other, in here, man. It's not like it's a game to who can get it first. It's just a collective thing, really. So,
Yeah,
like you said,
exactly.
it's a tough character. It's a love interest who's got a sibling,
Yeah.
and right, I can't think of the life of me. Wait, no. Do you know
I
what I
was
was
thinking of
thinking? You're
Freya.
gonna laugh at this. I was thinking somebody from bloody My Two First Loves them, but I realised they can't bloody. They're not. They're all human in that book, aren't
Yeah, think of a book that has characters that are not actually human, but that they are love
they?
interests.
I don't. I'm like an urban here. I can't think for the life of me. I can think. I just putting it all, piecing it all together. Um,
Not human. Like only book where people are not human is Blades of Light and Shadow. But we have is it Tyler Sturfree?
No, so it's like a more modern book, a
More
modern one.
modern. What supernatural books do we have, Mac?
Um, there's elementalists.
Okay, you have
Say
read. Okay, okay, you have read Wolf Bride completely, right? Any character comes
yes.
to mind?
Hmm. No, I was thinking Morgan, but then I thought no, it can't be Bastion. Can it be Bastion?
No,
You guys
Bastion's
are
father was.
very close. Like it's around the
Yeah,
same type
I can't.
um transformation. It's just in a different book.
Oh,
Cal.
you,
Yep, it is Cal.
Oh, same one. Yeah, Cal has a brother. Remember, we saved. Oh my god, I was thinking.
I mean, you did well. It's Cal because I was trying to go by the
Did
angle
what?
of where Cal had his father was very tough on him and
Yeah, yeah.
wanted him to be a certain way. So I
this
think
might sound stupid, but what book is that from?
Nightbound.
You fucking dopey bastard, Macaulay. How did I not get that? I,
So,
I wanted to say that, but obviously I know it's not a game. But well, it is
yeah,
technically a game, but it's not like oh you're going to win £500 million for getting it correctly. That's how I was thinking that much. I was thinking that, but then I thought no. But when you said similar, I would have stumped, and then I realised now, yeah, because you've got Cal,
so,
you've got
yeah.
Vera, you've got yeah, and the new pillar. Oh,
yeah. So it was like when you
The
said
wet bed.
Morgan, it was pretty close because they both do have the werewolf form. So yeah, it was close.
bollock. Oh, well,
The next one would probably be something that you guys might know just because of like recently talking
Okay,
um,
that's
about it.
fine.
But
Yeah. Okay.
let me know if you're ready.
You ready? Ready? I was born.
yes.
Okay, sure. So I live in the shadow of my older sibling every day. I don't openly say this, but I secretly want to see them mess up so that I can be in the spotlight and so that I can have more opportunities.
Can you repeat it again?
Yeah.
Sure, sure. So I
Okay.
live in the shadow of my older sibling every day. I don't openly say this, but I secretly want to see them mess up so that I can be in the spotlight and so that I can take a certain opportunity.
I have a guess, but Mac, if you have one, you can go ahead because I have a
I
guess.
was thinking somebody from Elementals. I can't think of Dar's brother or sister's name. But yeah,
Beckett?
no, I don't like him. The other guy, our brother, is it?
Oh,
Yeah, I can't think of the name.
As. As.
Actually, this is a gender customizable character, so it's not the love interest, but the character has the same gender as the love interest. So it's basically like a
Robin.
sibling
Robin.
relationship.
Oh no, I was just about to say that. Damn
That's
it!
correct. It is
No,
Robin.
bollocks! I mean, I
Yeah.
was gonna. I was. I promise you now. I was just about to say that, but I didn't think. That, you no.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I
It
actually
was
had
fun.
it this time. I just didn't want to say it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Robin. Yeah,
thanks
I
to
get it. Yeah.
Brandon, it came to my mind that fast because we'd always talk about Robin
At
and
least
Sam
something.
for
At
weeks.
least something's good come out of that book. Then.
Yes. Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking about Prince Erin.
Oh, really? That is a good one. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
but
That could have fit for that description.
no, but then he said gender customizable. That was the point. I was
Yep.
like, who is it?
That's
Jordan?
the part where I knew. I was like, do I dare say it? But I did. Yeah.
Yeah, the question is to be or not to be, to say or not to say.
Yeah. I had that one as well. Oh,
This is fun. Do you have any more?
Oh, yeah, I do. I have several of them actually. Okay,
Go on.
so I'm gonna start right now. So I'm an ally to the main character, except that my feud with someone who's close to that main character is getting in the way. My guardian, who found me at an abandoned place, helped shape me into the adult that I've become today. And because of the condition I have learned to, um, how do I put this in the right way? To pay attention to sounds and smell and wind so that I um, can become more aware of my surroundings.
Okay, I got to guess, but
I've got a guess.
Mac, yeah, go on.
Morgan?
Morgan, yeah. Is it
Yeah,
right?
it's Morgan.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I actually got one correct.
Yep, Morgan. Good job, Matt McCulay. You got the
Yeah,
wet bandit.
honestly, with that one though, I think if you want me to be honest, I think that's the only reason I actually read that book because I didn't expect. I honestly, I'm probably the only person to report this, but I actually didn't think she'd be what she is. Or I know what you're trying to say, but I'm not trying to spoil it for anyone. But I didn't expect that to be about her. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't expect
Yeah,
that at all. Wow.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you mean like
Yeah, I know. I don't want to spoil it though because it is actually a bit not a big reveal, but like big enough to shock someone.
oh
It was
yeah,
kind of.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
There's
but
like
wow.
a very crazy thing about her past, so I know
Yeah,
what you
what
yeah,
makes her what she is now? But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
but
yeah,
you guys did good.
Yep, that was a good one. We did a good job.
yeah,
But it was clear from the very start that there's something more to Morgan than what meets the eye. That was
yeah. That's what I said to you a couple of weeks ago, didn't I? I said that's what,
yeah,
like I said to you, I said there's something up about it, but not in a necessarily bad or a good way. There's just something what could affect it or could not. But I don't see it really being a problem. If that
yeah.
was me in that position, why would it be a problem? You love some. God, I'm going to sound sappy as out here. You should love somebody for who they are on the inside, not on the outside.
Yeah.
Right.
What's like, if yeah, I just don't see the problem with it. Like, there's
There's no
no wrong with
problem.
it. I mean,
Nope.
if I found that about somebody, would I love them any less? No, you shouldn't. Or if they're your friend and that happens to them, should you care about them any less? No, you shouldn't. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry, that got a bit too deep there. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. Like even after that reveal, it didn't change the way I feel about
nope,
the character.
nope, not at all.
Definitely. All right. Okay. So on to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm starting right now. From now on, my life's purpose is to reunite with my loved ones. My family and I have been wronged, so I'm doing my best to survive and stay strong for them so that we can meet again one day. Do you want me to tell you what type of character this is?
No, just repeat it first, please.
Sure. So, from now on, my life's purpose is to reunite with my loved ones. My family have been wronged, so I'm doing my best to survive and stay strong for them so that we can all meet again. And they have to also do the same thing, stay strong and survive so that they can also meet.
Is it Tyler? Oh no, not Tyler. Tyrell or Tyrell?
That's a that's a good guess, but it's it's from another book.
Does this character have a brother?
Yes.
Oh,
Is it the main character from Nightbound?
Well, that's very close actually, but not the right book.
Damn it!
Very close. Very, very close though.
I was thinking about that, but then I thought, yeah, because that book is what it is. the most underrated book and choices, I think. But yeah,
Think of another influential character that um,
I,
needs to reunite with their family because they had to deal with,
yeah.
violent people. So now that this person is separated from them, they have to all stay strong so they can meet together again.
That's an
I
interesting question.
I'd need
I have to
another
ponder
clue
over
at
that.
two.
Or just give us 2 minutes to ponder over that. Okay, just brainstorm that. Okay, so
Cool.
Yeah.
yeah. But these are really good. Okay. Ah, okay. Brother. That's a good
Yeah.
point you brought, Mac. Good brother.
I don't know why I thought of that. I just thought I was thinking that. But yeah, I don't know about you, Neighbor, but I don't. That's the only one I
Okay.
can think of.
In what book do we get separated from our family, or some character gets separated from their family?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Yes, that's a very good question. That's the question to ask. Yeah, that would help
Okay, we're hitting the
exactly.
book. Okay, so we gotta think along the lines of a book where a certain character gets separated from their family. Okay, and they're wronged. Uh, I have a feeling. Just wait a second.
Yep. Yep. Um.
No, wait, I heard silence, but we're thinking. Okay.
Wait. I know people are going to think the bloody paused the video. Um. God, that's my stomach. Um.
Yeah, this is a really good one. You got me good, but yeah, I'm just thinking.
Is this?
I'm
None of
wondering
all I can
if you
think
guys.
of is something from a Colosseum of Rome.
Yes.
Oops.
Oh, is it the main?
Yeah, it's the main character. You got
Oh,
that right?
yes.
Yeah,
Take
so the main
revenge.
character, their name is
Quotation
Armin.
from. Yep. I never. I even forgot that book about. Oh, that was a good one. Good one, Mac.
At first, I was wondering, like, I was hoping that you both read the book because I know I am, because one of the ones that I read earlier, um, I know Mac didn't read The Unexpected Era, so I was like hoping you guys had this one. But it sounds like you both did read it, which is good too. And I read it like the last time I read it was a while ago, so I don't remember everything. But it's a really good book at least. So
That
yeah,
was a good one.
but you guys did good.
Yeah, Mac got it right. I didn't even think about the quotation of Rome, to be honest. So underestimated it. Hi, that's a good one. You there?
It's really fun for me to hear like what you guys think because it's funny because a lot of the characters are similar in
Yeah.
these books. Like sometimes you'll see like for some of these descriptions you'll have like maybe two or three characters that exactly fit that description. There's just like some differences.
Yeah. But there's like a very slight boundary, like very thin boundary that separates these characters.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's how I would say it too. Actually,
That's very interesting.
let me know if you would like me to read another one too.
Yep, definitely. Mac, do you have any? Like you said you had. So wanna go now? Uh, you
Oh,
there?
oh yeah. Actually, if if Mac wants to go, then that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because he said he had a pretty awesome one. Are you there? Oh,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Basically, I've lost my notepad with it in, and it was quite a good one. So, oh,
Can you still say it?
No, because I can't. I had quite a few wrote down actually, but obviously I can't. I can't find them. Oh, and I can't think of any off the top of my head because there was that many.
Oh, that's what happened to me last time. Was I wrote down my list on like a notepad on my computer, and then I couldn't find that file.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So then
happens sometimes.
yeah, so I just like recreated the file and like did it all over again.
That's why sometimes you gotta use, paper and pen or pencil.
That's what I have done, but I've lost my notepad.
Oh,
Oh
you
yeah,
use an actual notepad? For me, it's just usually like I'll use a note app or just like on my computer. It's usually easiest for me because
yeah,
if it's a notepad, I'll probably like lose it or like not know what page it is.
probably yeah, yeah. That makes sense. I usually like write it in a diary and then sort of like sort of bend the page so when I open it I can get there. Or like put a pen inside or pencil inside so when I open it I get the exact page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
true.
Okay, so then go on. Give us two more.
Sure. Okay,
And you
so
got
I'm
some,
gonna start.
by the way. These are really good. Like they don't give away the character that easily, and some are like really like the last one. It was like you know mind-boggling. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I try to write this is in a way where it's very general, but that it has some very important personal stuff. So, I
Mm.
mean, I hope you guys are enjoying it, but I'm gonna start the next one right now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Um, that's good. Okay. So I hide the real me from my family because I don't think they would accept me for what I am. But I am free to be the real me when it comes to being around my peers and friends, especially my one best friend that I'm here with. I'm on a crazy journey with classmates. Um, Although it's a very nice vacation, it sometimes feels like it's never going to end.
Yeah, you go on. I'm sorry. You there?
I am.
Who do you think?
Oh no, I was just laughing because as you kept going, it's just like your hints were like how a river flows. At first, I thought of like okay, is this character? Then I thought no, is this character? So I was just laughing because of my in my head sort of because that's interesting. Yeah, you go on. You finish the clue.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So I'll read it again. So for this character, I hide the real me from my family because I don't think it would accept me. But besides that, I do feel free to be the real me around my friends and classmates. We all end up going on a crazy journey together, but it feels like this vacation is never going to end.
Okay, that's a clue. That's a big clue. Big.
Mac, do you have any guess? Because I have a big guess. I have a big fat
I
guess.
do because
Go on.
it's like earlier. I kind of know where it is, but I don't because I can't piece it together. But I know a big clue is about a vacation and, and just stuff like that.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, vacation.
I know the character.
Who
I'm
is
just
it?
laughing because
Did the
it's my.
vacation go to New York by any chance?
It's actually no offense, Dion. I love Dion. She's one of my favorite best friends. No offense to her, but probably in choice is one of my favorite best friends and a brother-like person. It's Diago, right? From Endless Summer, isn't it?
Yes, you're right.
That was I was laughing. I couldn't hold it back. I just love that character.
I know, me too. I think he's like such an
Oh, from
absolute
Florida Affairs.
sweetheart.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that character. Like the last thing I wrote, the vacation never ending.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Yeah,
as well. Like At first, I thought she was going to betray us in some way. I had a stupid feeling for that, but obviously she doesn't in any way. But yeah,
Wow, I mean, you guys did really good with that one because with the Diego one, I thought it was way too general.
The vacation one kind of, like Max said, like a clue. So that was like, I was thinking along the lines, best friend, who is it gonna be? I was thinking, Ava, and then someone else, and then I said, no, 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 it's gonna be.
Yeah, that is true. If I took away that part, then it would definitely fit several different characters in the
Yeah,
choices verse.
yeah, the boundaries pretty clear.
Yeah, I mean that one. I feel like that was a fun one because I was really wondering if you guys were going to get it because the endless summer is not really like I feel like it's not talked a lot very much, but it's like one of the choices classics and it's one of the best stories.
Yeah, same. It's definitely one of the best. I read it. It's really the best.
Yeah, it's a very unique story, and I would love to see something like that again.
That's. I mean, you have asked for some really good, imposter games and guess the try to scan clues. Um, Mac, you lost your notepad. Otherwise, I'm sure like
Yep.
you had something really stunning. But yeah, yeah. So I guess we spent a lot of time, but we still have time for one last guess. So make it amazing. Astra, go on. Give us the last one before we start wrapping.
Okay, I'm looking through the list right now to see which one would be a good. Actually, I think I know. So I'm gonna put it in. Okay, so one, just a few seconds. I'm trying to figure out if I should choose this character or the other.
Go on.
Okay. Um. Hmm. Okay. I'm thinking it's gonna be this one. So I've faced the biggest betrayal of my life. This happened sometime after this person started working with my team. I really believed in the good nature of the people who've helped shape my career as the professional that I've become today. So now that my heart is broken, I don't know who to trust.
Is it Aina
No,
or Aina, whatever
um,
her name is?
it's in a different book.
Damn it! I'm thinking it was her. Um,
Well, I mean that's a good guess. So I'm talking in the point of view of well, yeah. I mean, I is also a love interest actually. Yeah.
I,
So I'll read it again because I'm not sure if the stuff that I wrote made sense. Okay,
it's
so
okay.
I've faced the biggest betrayal of my life. Sometime after this person began working with my team, I really believe in the good nature of the people who helped shape my career. Um, for me to become the professional that I am today.
Okay, hey Mac,
Hmm.
you
Yeah, I'm
read
here.
you read Slow Burn, right?
Yes.
Did Evite or Everett ever face any betrayal in their past?
Oh yeah, with is it that French guy? And in the end, the actual end chapter where they find out yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
Astra.
that's a good guess. I mean, the books have like a similar vibe, at least. Well, kind of, but it is a good
Oh,
guess.
I know, I know. I think you just gave it away, but is it like, um, is it Adam?
You mean from America's Most
Most
Ed-
Eligible?
eligible.
Yeah.
No, it's actually like a different type of book than that.
All right.
It's it like think of it as a book that has professionals, and it's like centering around that, like their services or like what they do for others. Um, like for
Right.
example,
This is this person a main character?
not a main character, but they are very close to the main character and are
This
and
might
it's
sound a bit out there, and it might sound like a stupid idea, but is it Hazel from Hot Couture?
no, it isn't, but that's a
Right.
good guess because Hazel did also, yeah, have those issues. So think of it
Mm,
as this is a person who works in a team of professionals and people who they look up to. Um, they've placed a lot of faith in those people who they looked up to in that profession, but faced a very big betrayal at one point.
right. No, it
I
can't be that.
know it.
Does this book have a sequel? Because
Yes.
I believe, I no, it can't be that. No, 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 no. Damn it! No, it can't be that.
So
No,
it is a book that has a sequel. You're right.
damn it! I was thinking it was somebody from Laws of Attraction. That's all. No.
Oh, I mean,
Uh,
it's a book that does have a sequel, but it's not. Well,
You just gave it
I'm
away.
not. Well, I mean, well, okay. Who do you think it is then?
I don't know what's the.
Gabe?
Well, yes, it is. It's Gabe.
Yeah.
What was the clue that made it easier for you? Was it at the
I was
sequel part?
No, 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 no. I wasn't actually trying to trick you there. I was honestly, I promise you now, I wasn't trying to trick you. I was actually thinking of Laws of Attraction because we look up to them. And I was thinking, that's why I wanted to get more clarification on is it that than just say the actual answer. You know, I
yeah.
wasn't actually, and that's why I asked. Because do you know what I was trying to say? I was going to say, does this book have a sequel, or is it the sequel going to come out?
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to
I
be
know. It was a little tricky because I don't know if I should have said because at one point I was gonna say, oh, it has a sequel, but it's not there yet. And then
I
if I
know.
said that, that would have really like lowered it down to very few choices. But I
Yeah.
mean, you're definitely thinking along the right path though. So at least you still got the right book, you know. So
I
so it's
thought
not.
of it, and the near band bloody got the answer. So it's like we worked as a team.
Yeah, definitely. Like you just dribbled, you did all the work, you get the ball. There was
Yeah,
nothing, and I just scored.
yeah. I wasn't actually trying to
Touchdown.
trick you. I was just thinking, like I was saying to Steve, like anything. I wanted to get more
Devil's deep.
clarification first.
No,
Yeah,
I mean it's a good question though because it does have a sequel. It does stand apart in that way. It's one of the few books this year that is going to be getting a sequel. I mean, other than the Narnia Affair, but that one to me, I wrote it just because I was inspired by what Sadie did. Yeah, so I kind of centered it around that, and because I know that Gabe he prided himself on ethics and the people that he works with
electricity.
and electricity.
Yeah, because all the electric books he gave us.
I mean, I like that one. I mean, when you said professional, I was thinking along the line of mismatch or open
Yeah.
heart. Then I thought like you haven't read open heart, and then I had laws of attraction in mind, and I had Gabe in mind, but I just couldn't put the puzzle right in because I just didn't know,
Yeah.
that part where Gabe was betrayed. That part was I just couldn't put. But then the sequel, it just
Well, I wasn't actually trying to trick you because if I was trying to trick you, I'd already know the answer. I just want you to say it anyway. I just couldn't actually think for the life of me if it was that. So I just wanted to,
it was
yeah.
fun. It was really fun. It was fun. Oh,
I feel like I could have made it like more approachable if I said that it was someone that I looked up to that has betrayed me. maybe that could have helped. But I mean, you guys were still in the right like ballpark. You did get it right, so you did good.
Oh yeah, Sadie betrayed her. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking like something like Manu scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you mean though. The crazy
Oh.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Oh. Yeah. I got a good imposter for next week.
Oh,
No, it doesn't
you,
matter anyway.
This
you're gonna
was
have
very
to.
fun.
It is. My cheeks are hurting. I laughed so hard, specifically for the last two imposter rounds that in the game. She said, like, my cheeks are literally hurting due to all the laughing. I mean, getting it right or wrong that didn't matter much, but just the fun in guessing. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And to me, while I was waiting to see what your answers were, I was just like thinking, are they gonna think it's this character or that character? Because sometimes it's like, I guess sometimes like either you could write the description as very specific, but then it'll be easy to guess for some people, and then you could write it very generally, but then include one really important detail. And I guess I did the second approach, so
Yeah.
maybe I could explore with trying to write them in different ways and maybe see which one
I
works
did
the
that. If you remember, I did that with Rife from Elementalists. I gave the biggest clue ever. I said I've got white hair. Like, why did I say that? I
Oh
thought
yeah,
that was a
best.
good one, and like
twin.
you said,
Yeah,
it like yeah.
Exactly.
Because if you write it too specifically, can't say that word, it makes it easier, but you don't want to write it too generally. It's just
Your Duffy
you talk
one,
about.
your Duffy one was like spot on. That one was spot
But yeah. But to be honest, Duffy, what a oh god, I hated him. I knew something was up with him, but I didn't expect it to be that. But God, he'd look like the Grinch though when he smiled, like bloody Saline did. That bit.
on. Oh yeah, yeah. Someone did point out that on Instagram, like said like her smile reminded that
Of
person of.
Duffy, it was
you
worse
mean
than
Celine?
his. Yeah.
You mean like Celine has the worst smile? Like
Oh no, it's not
it's
Saline though, is it? It's Persephone.
well, yeah,
Look,
Persephone, or however.
look. I know I said it was the Dean, but Anirban, what did I say to you when the book first released?
Oh yeah, about the Greek name
I
Celine and
said
the cloak.
Celine. Yes, Saline is DX, or somebody she knows DX, or she's got an idea who X is. But I mean, as well, like we were talking about earlier with that, choices need to make it less obvious. New character come in, supposed to be a nice person, but it end up being a bit of a biatch. God.
I just think it's a
Well,
really interesting situation. This is the first character that has used plastic surgery to go under the radar, to
yeah.
go under their plan. And then the other funny thing is, you know, the character sprite for Persephone Dalton. Did you know that it's actually been used before? I had no idea, and it was
Yeah,
like because she's in Perfect Match, and I didn't know that until like I saw a screenshot a few days ago.
And I think as well, one of the points I said to an Iban was, and this was, I said to him, look, this is going to be a bit of a pathetic excuse and like an idea. I said it could be a sailing because of the last name. Because what's the last name? Montadame, I think it is, or something, isn't it? And then today a villain in a different book. So it's like, but yeah, as much as yeah, it was a bit underwhelming, though, if I'm perfectly honest. But,
it was fun
You
guessing
mean
around.
yeah, the reveal about it.
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's definitely it makes the most sense that it's Celine, and she just maybe there were some choices players who felt bad for her because she seemed like a soft person. But for me, I just had this feeling that she's really fake and that she's just
Yeah,
trying to get. That's how
I
I
said
felt.
this as well. I said that. I said, look, I said I know it's. I never said it was 100% the Dean. I said it was 99%. Because I've always said from the beginning, how many times as a nice character sometimes end up just being, or the innocent character like Duffy end up just being total.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
Thank-
yeah,
And you know, the other person like that is also Renza. She's
yep.
kind of like in the same ballpark as
That's from the not Heist, Masquerade. Is it?
the
I
Royal
think.
Master. Yep.
That's an interesting one. Yeah. But yeah, last chapter is upon us this Wednesday or Thursday, so it would be fun to see how they go down. Like the last chapter of the whole Queen Bee franchise. It would be interesting.
They need to do the best they can. So I'm gonna be crying about that. But anyway, if it's like a 2 hour chapter or 1 hour chapter,
20
I'll be
minutes.
cool.
The chapter
No,
did you say?
no,
20
no, that would be
Wait.
sad.
The last chapter is only 20 minutes.
That 20 minutes is still
Yeah.
longer. I guess. So hopefully there's a lot there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's
don't
what I
know.
mean as well. It seems a bit rushed. To be honest. Like,
Yep.
no,
Yeah.
it is where it is. We can't moan about it now. It's ending. We can't force them to make another book, so it is where it is.
Yep. Yeah, but I don't know about you guys, but I don't know what is it with me, but I have I love reading the last chapter of books or watching the last episode of something. Like I'm a big fan of that. I mean, I'm excited to see how they end.
Yeah.
Me too, because now that we don't get to marry Ina, assuming, I'm just wondering how that's gonna wrap up. I guess maybe it's gonna be like a situation where it's open ended that they're still together, but you don't know what really happens.
Oh yeah.
Just
Well,
like with
maybe they show a glimpse of our future, like what's gonna happen, perhaps.
yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna have to be that, especially because they're not gonna have another book. But I think it would be really cool if they had a holiday book for Queen Bee. Like that's
Yeah.
like one of those series that I think would be good for one, and the Nanny Affair too.
Yeah. Nanny
Yeah.
is popular. It fits all the criteria. And Queen Bee is popular too, so or maybe they can match the universes or do something 4 chapters book. That'd be good.
Yeah, you know, although this is me seeing that Queen Bee is not gonna have another book, it's kind of like a big disappointment for me, even for Ride or Die, book two, because this series to me, I just think it's like one of the most exciting choices books out there. There's just so much crazy things going on in it that I would have really liked to see a third book, but the third book would be like either you have another Queen Bee that you're playing with, playing as, or you end up having
Yeah.
Queen Bee in the workplace.
Yeah, I think as well, to add on that, I think one of the reasons I want a third book is so Zoe can actually have some good romance scenes instead of the professor being thrown in your face.
Exactly. Maybe that third book could have also had
Where
given
you're
Zoe.
locked in your love interest.
Yeah, like I think that's why I would have liked to see one, but I guess they've made the decision that it's not going to have a third book. But I personally, if I were them, I would make the third book.
Yeah.
But you know what? Anyway, maybe I'll just do some fan fiction and keep the characters alive that way, or like replay them.
Yeah, or they'll put Poppy writing another new upcoming book, and then good God, there'll be a Wraith.
I'll be up for that.
Yeah, because you're the one who used to blame me for liking Poppy.
No, I never did that.
Oh yeah, you and Brandon absolutely going down my throat saying, "Oh, you like Poppy because you complain about it that much." It's like, excuse me, is it you who like it?
He said I like Puppy, and then one of you went lewd. That's what happened.
Oh.
Hey, Poppy's awesome. She's mean. I still like her a little bit. In that.
Do you know what though?
Do you know
what?
that
This
last
might sound a bit
chapter-
horrible here, but for every person who says she likes her character, everybody liked their character, Poppy's character. Yeah. I always throw in a stupid question which absolutely annoys them. If she wasn't good looking, quotation marks, would they forgive her as much? No, they wouldn't. And I'll just say
Well,
it. No, 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 no. If this was Benji, what Poppy did,
oh,
there'd be no sympathy at all. But because it's Poppy and because she's good looking, well, then yeah.
well,
I
yeah.
mean, I mean, I mean, to be honest, if it were a different person, like I said, if it was anybody else, nobody would care. But I mean, why should you base it on somebody's looks if they're a good person or not? Like
That's a
that's
point.
that's. I mean, like you said, there's people still out there thinking it's Benji. All right, Benji did what he did, but he got arrested for it. Fine, and
I
people were
think
still blaming him.
so. When it comes to like Benji, if he was an attractive character, then maybe people would have thought of him as different. He would probably have stands, yeah, because no one really likes
Exactly.
Benji as a character. So you're right. I mean, if he was an attractive character, some people would probably in the fan base probably do like Benji. But with Poppy, I think what her appeal is her attitude and the stuff that she does.
What, like nearly
I don't know,
killing somebody? That's a good attitude.
I mean, like she's a very good opponent. Or
I'm
she
not,
seems to be. It's
I'm
kind
not
of hard
denying
to
it.
explain, but like for like what I saw was that she's very competitive and ambitious, and that's kind of what I like about Poppy.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
she is genuinely considered that character. Though you're right.
Yeah. I've like somebody else said on a Reddit post, like they said, if Poppy wasn't looking per se, then nobody would hardly forgive her as much. That's to be honest, I'm not. It's like I'm gonna keep going on about it. It's just the way of the world, isn't it? That's what people do. I mean, I know it's only a pixelated character, but like, come on, the double standards really. People blaming it. I mean, it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. So.
But to answer, to add on that, actually, Mac, the question you asked, it was not a question, but it was answer. Because personally, how I felt it that way, because like Benji, for instance, like they designed Benji's character that way, because when you see the Queen Bee universe, like the people, like what main character is doing, or the people main characters associating with the Alpha Zeta, none of them are perfect. They're not even doing any studies, so it's just what according to this universe, they designed Benji as a creep, some oily hair and a stalker, and this going against wish. And then when you look at Poppy, like she's many things, but they also design her character to be attractive, because in this
Yes,
universe,
exactly.
enemies with benefits along those lines. So I think that is how this. Yeah, this point is like on an average, like like if you throw it out in the real world, like not just Queen Bee, but
I mean, yeah.
right.
I mean,
But
I mean,
yeah,
yeah. To be honest, it's a pathetic excuse. I mean, I know people are going to say you're going to hate on Poppy because you don't like her. I mean, that's not the point, man. That is not the point. I'm just saying it as it is, would be in real life. Or because somebody's good looking doesn't mean they can be excused for everything they've done.
no, there's no argument about that. So the point about real life, there is no argument, hands down. If you have committed, like it's like like look doesn't matter. If you're gonna commit a crime, like you're a criminal. But for just Queen Bee franchise, we're talking about like the universe they've created there. From that perspective, like actually that like Poppy is sometimes when we look at Milton, Milton in Devil's Due, like he doesn't do a lot of good, but we are impressed by him, right? The same thing goes for
That's
Poppy.
what I said as well.
Yeah,
Well,
like she's a villain, but she's pretty confident. Like we see villains like Celine, who is like a crybaby, or look, Bella Velvet. So they don't really give a good
Yeah.
compliment. Like Poppy is like who rises from ashes, and it's like only in this universe. Like that's how they created her to be enemies with benefits. Like so people get attracted, and they created Benji. So people would get cringy at him. So from this universe, choices there's Queen Bee universe, so that's how they went about it, and it's all right. But for real life, what you said, it's 100% true. That is, there's no
Yeah.
exception about it.
Definitely for real life. But in this case, it's because Poppy is a very strong character, and that's why she's admirable in that way. But obviously, she still has a lot
A
of
miss,
faults.
a, mi-
Really, yeah.
a psychopath. Nobody'd want to date her in real life.
Yeah, because she's
I mean, it all comes down to the point, though, doesn't it? I mean, if somebody did feel up and there was ugly, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Nobody'd accept who they are. But it's just the way it is.
Yep.
All right, then that's another question as well, then. I know you said we're ending. If it were a guy who did it, do you think everybody'd forgive him as well?
That's a subjective
Exactly.
question.
Let's
That's a
just.
that's
This
a
one, this one.
Yeah, it's like like if I'm into that depends. It doesn't matter if I'm into just women or men, and I'm going to.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not. What I'm saying is it all just comes down to the point of what I brought up. If Poppy was worse at looking, everybody wouldn't. Yeah, it is where it is, isn't it? Really,
But I would say that's really subjective. Poppy is definitely like a villainous character. But if MC chooses a future with her and she changes, given of course she changes, there is a future ahead with Poppy and MC together because they'll be two bad witches. And even if she doesn't change, the shenanigans Poppy puts up with, only main character can tone her down, sort of. Like if she's the main character, is the antidote to
Yeah.
Poppy. So like
Do you want
so
to know what somebody said to me once, and I hardly ever told anybody this? Yeah, this sums it up. What I said. Somebody said Becca is worse than Poppy. Yeah,
Becca?
exactly. Yes, I promise you now. I've got the messages. Somebody said to me, I showed a neighbour this. They said Becca was worse than Poppy.
well, I have not read the book that
Wow, you don't
I
honestly. Yeah.
I would guess that Poppy would be worse. That's my guess.
No, Becca didn't even do anything as bad as Poppy did. Because at least Becca didn't nearly kill someone. Well, because she's good looking, it doesn't matter. Well,
I was thinking that Becca is not as bad as Poppy is, but I haven't even read the book, so
oh yeah.
that,
Any band knows what I mean. Yeah.
yeah, that's just my guess because Poppy's like rich, so she like has a lot of resources to screw over people's lives. So I'm assuming she's obviously gonna be worse than Becca is.
yeah, but also
No.
main character of Freshman is also not as like she's a purist, and the main character of Queen Bee is not as much of a purist as the main character of. So it's like everyone plays dirty here. So it's kind of a it's a different universe. So that's what we.
Yeah, you're right. It is because they have the bad girl route and the good girl route. I love the bad girl route. By the way, I love to see the MC being savage with others, and I feel like it's just like another. It's like a fantasy, living out your fantasy of being a mean girl, but it's it's a different type of world. For them, it's about rising from the ashes or standing up for yourself against enemies.
But for real life,
So
yeah, that's true. There's no most, but it's also like really subjective. I think. Yeah, that's a good thought.
yeah, you both made very good points. In real life, definitely that it would be an issue, but in the game world, um, it makes sense why Poppy has a lot of fans, just in that context.
Yeah, but that's so subjective. But yeah. All right. So I guess that's why I gotta draw the curtain because it's kind of getting late and gotta go have dinner and stuff. But I had a pretty good laugh, and like I said, my cheeks are still hurting because of all the laugh. He came up with really good imposter questions, Astra, and Mac and Astra guessed almost all the questions right. Next time, I hope Brendan will be here, and you'll have more imposter questions. I'll read some. It's gonna be fun. So you just take care, stay safe out there, enjoy the happy new year. It's the first day, make it the best, and for the rest of the days, okay, just stay safe, take care, and stay healthy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, take care.